Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Nerd Rage Gaming Thursday Night Locals. My name is Dan Hugar. I am here with Brian DeVeza, and Brian, it is, as we were talking about, it's literally been a month since we have been back here doing this.
Yeah, I know. It's been so long since the two of us have been here, and Bryce is here today, so it's just like really exciting that, we got the whole crew back together for this.
Dude, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I am excited. We've got a ton of great stuff going on. We've had NAIC recently. We got a bunch of cool summer events coming up.
Yeah.
We have people who are wildly unqualified to be coaching, advertising it. It's just, it's a great time in the Pokemon community.
A little bit of tea there.
Yes. We can talk about that one. Eli, thank you for joining, man. Glad to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. And, we're just super excited. It's like that pre-Worlds time, start of the off season. A lot of people kind of like to slow it down a little bit and stuff like that. But for all our Worlds competitors, this is like grind time for them.
It is.
Yeah. And we do have a handful from the Illinois area that are actually going to be representing our area at Worlds. It was cool. I forgot who it was that put that list on Twitter.
Yes, Matt Chong, actually.
Yeah, Matt Chong. Yeah, I know, because Matt Chong was like one of the top players in the whole country.
Dude, they absolutely crushed people this year. It was crazy.
And I was looking at the list, and I was like, oh, wow, we actually do have like a handful of people from Illinois. And it was funny. I feel like some of them were being claimed too. Like I saw Dr. Kruger on there.
I know he's from Michigan.
Yeah, but
totally in Illinois.
Totally claim them. So I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, it's just like really fun time of the year, and it's gonna be capped off with Worlds.
I know. I do love that Kevin accidentally got claimed as a Chicago local.
Yeah.
Like I'm so fine with that.
Yeah, I think so.
Kevin, I would love to have you.
Yeah,
here,
I would as well.
No, and it's true. So we are getting ready for Worlds. There is one more set that is coming out between now and Worlds. That is the Perfect Dark set coming out in July, and there is some cool stuff in that set.
Yeah.
But honestly, we've still only had a single tournament in this form. Well, that's a lie. We had two. We had Turin and NAIC.
Yeah.
So there's still a ton of unexplored stuff in this format.
Yeah, definitely. And Chad's also showing up with the NAIC in Chicago, which is also something that all of us are really looking forward to, and I'm super excited for that as well.
I'm so excited for that. That's going to be fantastic. Also, easiest way possible to justify to my wife that I should go to NAIC.
Yeah,
so big fan of that.
I already told my wife about it too, that this is going to be the event that I make my comeback in. So,
yes, I love it.
I know. So it's going to be super exciting. It's going to be a great opportunity for us to do a little boot camp at NRG.
Yes.
The day before day one of NAIC. And I think it'll be a cool stream opportunity to kind of talk about, leading up to the event, it's a long time away, but talk about, what we love about Chicago, things to do for all the people coming in from out of town. So I'm going to really love showing people like how incredible our city is and stuff like that. So looking forward to that too.
Dude, Chicago rocks.
Yeah,
it's
Chicago's
a great
awesome.
city.
It's amazing.
I've lived here most of my life, but I also have traveled around a bunch. And I will tell you, this is a really good city.
Yeah.
You guys are going to have a great time here.
Everyone's going to really have a great time. And once you really start to learn what makes Chicago unique, people are going to be excited to come here for the next couple of years.
I agree completely. All right, so Brian, we do have some actual Pokemon happening today too, which is pretty cool. So what are you looking forward to seeing today?
Yeah, so I feel like a lot of people are going to be kind of pulling NAIC-related lists out today. So I kind of want to see how people either develop those lists further or just those archetypes as well.
And so I'm interested to see some of the top decks, which that, what is it? The... Owl Blitzel, goodness. Yeah, Owl Blitzel, the James list. Yeah. That is one of the most beautiful 60-card decks I have ever seen in my life. So I would love for people to start trying to churn that out. But we're going to see stuff like bees. We're going to see apples. Grass is just like taking over the world right now.
Yeah, definitely. So there's like different like grass box decks that have been kind of taken over lately as well. And I really do want to see that all-out Blitzel list being played as well, just because it was cool seeing the story behind it as well. On his Twitter, he was kind of saying that, he was really contemplating if he shouldn't play the list or not. And this and that, and it ended up working out really well for him. So yeah, definitely.
Incredibly well. And I think it is both a good and a bad side for the Pokemon trading card game. The more efficient and consistent your list is, you're going to win a ton of games just by showing up.
Definitely.
And so speaking of grass, we have put Crustle on round 1 versus Hydrapple here, and
we're gonna have a team discussion after this.
Why are we doing this? If you all have feedback, I have feedback. So, and Chaz, you're right. I think the format is very underexplored. Like, there's a ton of opportunity here.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like that's been the case with a lot of formats, especially like our end of rotation formats, because so many people are kind of ready for rotation that when it comes to these like really like, you know, end of format kind of like tournaments, people don't really explore them as much as they should.
I agree completely. And Eli, I also agree.
Totally agree. Crustle, not the most exciting thing ever.
Moshi will get plenty of judgment from my end on this.
Yeah, definitely.
On the bright side, the shirt actually matches how I feel about Crustle pretty well. But so, Brian, tell us about this Hydrapple deck for Elias. Like, what is this trying to do?
Yeah, so my favorite part about this Hydrapple deck is it was the deck that my good buddy Trevor played to get his first day 2, which is fun fact.
Incredible, yes.
Yeah. But it's one of those decks that takes advantage of Teal Mask Ogerpon as a draw engine, as well as using stuff like the Festival Lead, you know, Diplin. But the main one is the Hydrapple EX. That does more damage based off, you know, how big your bench is and the amount of energies attached and all of that.
No, and that is a big piece of this because that is your big cannon, the BFA, the big flipping apple. Like, that's really what carries the deck into a majority of its matchups.
Definitely.
But into Crustle, it's a bit of a different game because, Brian, tell us about Crustle. How does this deck win games?
So this deck wins games by your deck not being able to attack it.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Yeah, which is pretty much the thing with it. I mean, the Dwebble has the Ascension attack, which, you know, other Pokemon have had in the past where it auto-evolves itself. And the thing with this deck is you take advantage of the fact that the ability is, what is it, Pokemon with Rule Box can't attack it?
Yes. So it's actually just EX and V, though I think it may just say EX. But it kind of boils down to the only Rule Box Pokemon in play right now are EXs.
Yeah, so I mean the fact that a lot of the main decks in the format, other than like stuff like Alakazam and Festival Lead, are you know, Rule Box Pokemon, it pretty much just blocks them out and just says you're not going to be able to win the game.
And to be fair, it's oftentimes right. And so Chad saying his teammate got day 2 at NAIC with Crustle, no, that's absolutely correct. It can be a really good deck and give you a big run, and that is very annoying for Elias.
Yeah, definitely. So the deck is pretty much just you keep the board nice and tight, you attack when you need, and all of that, and you pretty much just win the game off of your opponent not being able to knock you out.
And so this is a fun fact. Christian drew 2 Crustle into that handoff Lily, so there was a little bit of fear about being able to actually get one out with the Ascension ability or attack, but we got there.
Yeah, we definitely did get there, so that's all that really matters here. I feel like it wouldn't have affected too much here on the side of Elias, though. I don't know if he would have been able to get that knockout regardless, unless he really did draw super, super well. But either way, we're going to kind of see what he's able to do here. He's been drawing some cards with that Teal Mask Ogerpon ability. He's going to be playing the Dawn right after. I'm wondering to see what he decides to grab there. I think he's looking for a Meganium and some of the Diplin line. I think he has that Forest Vitality Stadium in his hand as well that he could use to automatically evolve it up.
And I think that is number one, a cornerstone piece of this Hydrapple deck, because you rely on that stadium to apply that really big, scary aggression, especially to respond when your threats are knocked out.
Yeah.
But in this case, it also enables Elias to go into an attacker that can actually hit into this Crustle. And going into a Meganium and punching this Crustle seems like a big deal right now.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely is. So that Meganium ability is really important just because it's going to allow the grass energies to you know, kind of have more value. So that's going to be something that we're going to be looking forward to in the rest of the game here.
And so that is a big deal because Elias missing the energy means that he is one turn away from attacking with Meganium, but multiple turns away from attacking with Bulu. And Bulu is really the big Crustle killer in this deck.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that's one of the interesting pieces about this deck is that there's so many different attackers that you can kind of rely on, even though Hydrapple EX is like your main attacker, but there's a lot of things you can kind of do with it.
100%. And so on Moshi's end, there's a really interesting couple energies attached to that Crustle. It's a growing grass energy and a spiky energy. Why do those fit so well in this deck?
Yeah, so I know the spike energy is a what? When you get attacked, does damage back to you?
Correct. If you're hit by damage from an attack, you put 2 damage counters on the defending Pokemon.
The defending Pokemon, yeah. And then I forgot what the grass energy did. The special one.
So it's 20 HP to any grass Pokemon.
Yeah.
So it's honestly a pretty big deal. Why are we playing Gears regardless? But Sammy, awesome to see you, man. I'm so excited to get to go to Worlds this year. And Shrugs, that's awesome. I'm glad you made it up here.
Definitely.
Wait, when were you up here, Shrugs? Did you see Shrugs?
Oh, no, I did not. I got here like 10 minutes before we started, so.
Well, if you're here now, we'll definitely come say hi. But if not, I'm glad you made it out here.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's cool because I mean, along with that that grass energy, there's a lot of other like tools and stuff like that.
Sick! I'm glad you made it out here, Shrugs.
Yeah. Is Luxcape still in the format?
Luxcape is not. That did rotate. Hero's Cape certainly is.
Hero's Cape is still okay, but I don't think we're using that as our ace spec, are we?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel like we're not using that.
And so speaking of ace specs, Elias does have Unfair Stamp, but Crustle doesn't apply a whole lot of pressure early.
Yeah, definitely. But we're going to see this Ultra Ball come down here. I wonder what we're grabbing. Looks like we're eyeing a Meowth potentially. And we're going to get the Lilies. Definitely interesting that we have all of these, what seems like liabilities on the bench now, because they're only liabilities because they can't attack.
So the good thing with Meowth is that a very similar attack is literally every other Finest Supporter Pokemon.
Yeah.
For 3 energy, which is really 2 energy because of Meganium, you do 60 damage and pull it right back into your hand.
Yeah, instead of the fish loop, we got cat loop now.
Exactly, yes. And so for Elias, even just being able to hit once with this Meganium is probably a pretty big deal.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got to kind of get the most value that we can get out of this Meganium, just because our turns with it are kind of limited, and I would have wanted to kind of see if Elias could have gotten one of the Festival lead Diplins out if he does play that.
So I think that Diplin actually adds much less value because there is no Festival Grounds.
Oh, there is no Festival Grounds.
So it can hit for 100, but yeah, listen, I love Danabara.
Yeah,
don't play it. Don't do that.
That's who I was referring to. I was like, Danabara is always the one that has like that super funky tech.
Yeah, don't do it, people. Don't do it. All right, so Christian going into the deck, playing the Petrol, and there is the Hero's Cape, and oh, buddy, is that a big deal?
Yeah, that's a big deal because now we have effectively 270 HP.
Correct.
1 prizer.
Correct.
Which is kind of insane to see.
And now anything hitting into this will take 40 damage in return. And that is scary because Bulu does 60 damage to itself when it hits.
Yeah. So it's definitely getting a little dicey here.
It is a smidge sketchy because Elias is trying to think through his prize map. He's going to be able to hit this Crustle for 220, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
But then this Bulu's going to get knocked out in exchange.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good, it doesn't feel like a good trade, but I mean, good play on Christian on his part for being able to recognize that.
Agreed. And so this is one of the both good and bad parts with Crustle.
Yeah.
Crustle's opponents are never going to take 6 prizes because Moshi's never going to put 6 prizes on the board. All Elias needs to do is get through 2 Crustle, and he's going to win.
Yeah, he's going to win. Yeah.
But that's right now about 420 HP of Crustle.
Yeah, and that doesn't, that doesn't account for stuff like the jumbo ice cream and all this other stuff that you have to kind of worry about.
Agreed. And so that's exactly what Elias is going to bump into here. Elias is going to hit him for 220.
Yep.
Take 60 damage to himself, 80 damage with the... Oh, maybe it does 50? Wait, what? Why is it 90? Actually, I don't think it matters too much. But regardless, it's enough where he's going to get 1 shot right back.
Yeah.
And so with this 1 shot on the Bulu, how does Elias respond?
I mean, I think he's going to have to go into the Meganium potentially as a way to attack and see if he can find a way to cycle that Bulu back in. That's what I would kind of think. But I mean, the main thing is having to find a way around this and this first Crustle here.
And I think that's really the big deal. If Elias can get through this Crustle, I think he's fine.
Yeah, he definitely has like a fighting chance here. Yeah.
And the big question is, did Christian hit an ice cream? I don't think he
No,
did.
we don't have the second ice cream. We only got one. And Firefist Chris, thank you for showing up today.
Yeah, man. Awesome to see you. Thank you for joining.
Thanks for joining. Looks like we're going to get the knockout on the Bulu here. And we're going to be promoting Ogrepon.
So, right now, this Crustle has 140 damage on it, which means it has 130 health total, which is exactly enough to get through this with Meganium. So this honestly saved Elias a ton of pressure.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like we're going to get an attachment here. And we're going to get the Night Stretcher to get the Bulu back. And we're going to Lilies right after. And during that shuffle, Samurai Stack's asking any Lucario players tonight.
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, I think our Lucario player base has started to dwindle down week by week.
It had less results than I think people were hoping for.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Samurai, I'm not sure. We'll obviously check and see.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, and Firefist Chris with the Max Rarity Ceruledge EX deck.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah, that's a pretty deck. Those SIRs are really nice.
All right, so Elias does hit a Grass Energy, is going to be able to attach to this Bulu, and going to hit... Oh, there are 2 Grass Energy, correct. Thank you, Chaz. I only saw the one. But Bulu's going to hit this thing, do 220.
And we're going to take the knockout here.
Thank you for joining, Ben.
Thank you,
Ben. For those who don't know, Ben actually lost his winning into Top Cut, getting top 32 at NAIC with Bulu. And goodness, is Ben Doberstein good at the Pokemon trading card game?
Very good. Very good at the Pokemon trading card game.
Ben is very hyped. All right, so Brian, how does Christian win this game at this point?
I mean, the Cornerstone is a good addition here because that one blocks out Pokemon with abilities.
It does.
Yeah. So the corner attack kind of helps with that portion of it. But now we're pretty much just hoping that anytime Elias swings into Christian, that the spike energy just kind of knocks itself out. Yeah,
I would agree. That is not happening in this case, which is a problem.
It definitely is.
And Firefist Chris playing Ceruledge. I mean, dude, play until it rotates. It's fun. I think it's better than it gets credit for because NAIC and big events tend to centralize around like the best deck in format.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like with it's going to be a deck that has merit just because of the fact that we have a lot of 3-prizers as well.
Yes.
So whenever 3-prizers kind of go into play, you could definitely take advantage of those.
Ben, you are 100% correct on 2 points. One, Cornerstone gets unbelievably Bulu blasted.
Yeah, definitely.
And yes, you all should turn into the Invitational on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great segue that we can definitely go into if we get some not so interesting gameplay in the next few turns. We can talk about our fun invitational event.
And boy, oh boy, did that gameplay get not very interesting pretty quickly. So do we have a second game, Bryce? We do not. What happened there?
It's fine because we can start advertising our fun events that we have coming up.
That's actually true. We have some really cool stuff happening this summer.
We do.
All right, so Ben is telling us, well, actually, we can talk about the game in a minute. It's pretty simple, guys. Did you use Bulu? You won. That's about what it comes down to, right?
Bulu like 3 times.
3 times. There were 3 Bulu blasts, and that is all Elias needed. Excuse me, to get through the Crustle.
Yeah.
All right, so Brian, we have an invitational coming up Sunday.
We do have an invitational coming up.
So tell us about this.
Yeah, so this is something that our players have been playing towards for the last few months now. Our last invitational was super fun.
Yes.
That's when we had Josh Philippe, one of our fun locals here, get top 8 with Wug Trio.
I think he got top 4 with Wug Trio.
He probably did.
Yeah, it was absolutely insane.
But everyone was going nuts with how good his Wug Trio was. Wug Trio's not here anymore because it rotated.
Correct.
But
it did
we still
rotate.
have a fun League Invitational event to kind of showcase our growing locals community. So the players have been playing for the auto invites and for just like this long league for the last few months, and they get to play it out for a bunch of store credit.
Absolutely. So we have about 30 players who qualified, like you said, through auto qualifications or being one of the top 16 players locally. We do it kind of similar to Worlds. If you auto-qualify, you're taken off of the list, and just it's the top 16 people who haven't auto-qualified. Because, come on, man, it's fun to just let people play.
Exactly, yeah, and it's a fun event to kind of reward them for coming out every single week to keep playing.
Yeah.
And it gives them another thing to kind of play for.
Agreed. And I think it's just cool to add a little more meaning to kind of the fun locals each week.
Yeah.
And so we're still going to have a sick trophy. We'll have some great content of you and I yapping. Dude, it's just a fun day because it's a day to celebrate the people that make the community fun, which is us, like all the people that come out to play.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
And yes, as Ben was saying, there will probably be much cubing happening, so it's going to be a fun day.
That was always the fun part that I liked about like competing when we were doing the big 1Ks and stuff like that, because a lot of people come from different parts of the state and they really want to get their day's worth.
Yeah.
So a lot of people come in to either play other formats, and they kind of hang around the store while like Top Cut and stuff like that's coming around. So a lot of people just kind of like to hang out and stuff like that. So it's good. It's a good community, and we're glad that we get to hold it. I mean, this is what our like third or fourth time.
It is our third one.
Our third one.
Yes, which is really cool. So we've gotten 2 full seasons in after the kind of like short season to start it off. So, man, it's fun. And people actually care about it, which is nice.
Do, which is cool. And it's really given us a lot more attendance, which, I mean, attendance is great when you look at it from like an analytical standpoint, but the amount of people that keep coming in and the amount of new people that we're meeting and this and that, that's what it's really about.
I was going to say, I like new friends. Yeah. It is very fun to like continue to build the community and find good people to kind of bring in.
Yeah, definitely.
No, so it's a good time. So then, like we said, Invitational is Sunday. You're going to be yapping for that, right?
I'm working on it. So we're over like staffed on nurses. So I'm going to tell my manager when I come in tomorrow, be like, because I totally forgot that we have it.
I was going to say, Brian, this is.
I know it's like a game time decision. I've been so busy with moving the last week.
That's totally fine.
Yeah. So I'm like,
I'm glad we get to do this live on camera.
I was going to tell you afterwards, but. But yeah, I was like looking at the schedule and I was like, oh man, I totally forgot. This is like my weekend to work. But then I saw that we're overstaffed on Sunday, so I'm going to ask them to take me off the schedule. So
dude, take that LAD, absolutely.
Yeah, hopefully they'll let me off the schedule for that day.
That's fine. If Brian can't, just someone come talk with me.
I know. The nice thing about it is there's like a handful of people that didn't qualify or like started a little bit later, so I know that we're going to find people, but I'd prefer to be there.
I would obviously love to have you here.
Yeah, I would love to also, but I'll do my best to.
Okay, sounds good.
I know, because I was looking at our event schedule after I moved, and I was like, we scheduled like all of them on my weekends that I work. I know, so I'm gonna try to look for coverage for the other one.
Okay,
and we'll find a way to make it work.
Dude, we'll make it moderately mediocre quality anyway, so that's fine.
Yeah.
And then Brian said, so we do have a couple events coming up, and then we'll start talking about Pokemon again. But we got a charity event in July. We've got a GLC 1K. We've got a 3v3 coming up. But this is the one I care about, Brian.
Yeah, this is always the one that I feel like we always put all our beans into because it's doing good for the world. And, we're blessed to be able to have that opportunity to do that. So it's definitely one that the two of us hold very near and dear to our hearts.
Absolutely.
As both of us are healthcare workers, that we get to help out the Ronald McDonald House.
Exactly. And so started by McDonald's, not officially associated with, like, it's not owned by McDonald's. It is its own separate charity. And Ronald McDonald House contributes resources for housing, feeding, basically providing care for families that have children in the hospital.
Yeah.
And I'll mention more, but I mentioned it before. Like, my sister was in the ICU for like a month when she was an infant, and my family kind of relied on Ronald McDonald House for support at that time.
Definitely. And it's like a lot of stuff that you don't really think about, because like the one thing that everyone thinks about is like, oh, I want to make sure that my loved one gets the best care that they have while they're in the hospital, but people don't think about everybody else around them, the family and stuff like that. So being able to give them resources for housing, food, toiletries, stuff like that, is super important. So we're glad to be able to help out with a cause like this.
And so here's how it's going to work, because everyone watching here, I would love if you do nothing for us except complain. If you do nothing for us, just tell everyone about this.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
How this is going to work is 2 avenues. One, we are going to have it be a live tournament here at Nerd Rage Gaming. So we will have anyone who wants to come out and play, come join. If you are coming from Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, Iowa, I don't know, Florida, man, you're just hanging out, would love to have everyone come out. And so it's a $20 minimum donation. Nothing's going to Nerd Rage. Nothing's going to you and me.
No.
We will have the link live, which, by the way, Bryce, can you throw that in the chat? It's in our Nerd Rage group chat. if you can slap that in there. And so the donation link is already live, and everyone who comes will just have to show that they've donated at least $20 as their entry fee. And now, we're still going to have better stuff. So we're going to have prizes for the highest donations. I have a few secret rare tag teams that may make their way into the prizing here, which is pretty cool. And people will be playing for booster box, for ETBs, for championship mats, for tons of good stuff. But if you can't come in store, we're still going to have sick stuff on stream because, Brian, kind of like we did before, we're going to have a lot of good giveaways.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what is great about what we're doing this year is because I feel like every single year, people from our community have asked how they can get involved with our charity event, and just letting them play and, you know, be like the content for us is a super cool way for them to be involved with it. But at the same time, we still get to include everyone that watches our event. As well, as they're the ones that are really helping to do the donations, the viewership, stuff like that. So that's really what helps kind of make everyone get more involved with this.
Absolutely. And so, Nido King, you are right on. This is actually how we are using our mid-year celebration event. So part of the prizing for top 3, because we're going to do first, second, and third place, because why not? They're going to get those fancy, fancy mats that came out as a part of the celebration, along with other prizing. So if y'all want to do some good for the world and do it with Pokemon, this is going to be a great way to go about it.
Yeah, definitely. So super excited for our charity event. It's always one that we always really look forward to, and we always put the most planning. I feel like we plan this event better than we plan like any other event combined, whether it's like our 1Ks, you know, our other like random summer planned events and stuff like that. This is always the one that kind of takes all of our priority because you just love the work that we do with it and the cause that it goes to and all of that.
It is at least what we attempt to do well because, like, man, we get to play for fun all the time. Might as well do some good with it.
Exactly. So, you know, we're looking forward to having it. So if you know anyone who could be interested in either playing it or, you know, watching it, share it with all your friends, share it with everybody, and then, hopefully you can get a good turnout and even better viewership on it too.
Agreed. So we've made a few $1,000s for the past charities we've done. Would love to keep that going and keep increasing like the amount we can get. So
yeah, definitely. And then hopefully we can kind of keep it going the next few years. It's always cool that we kind of have rotating ideas, rotating charities and stuff like that. I feel like if this one kind of sticks, it could be like one that we can kind of do yearly too.
I'm not offended. Listen, if we get to do some good for families and for kids, like, come on, man. Everybody wants to help 6 kids. Like, it's a sick kid. Like, you gotta help them.
Got to.
I will tell you, my child was sick last night and decided to stay awake from 11:30 to 2:30 a.m., including a trip to not quite the hospital because he started feeling better right when we got in the lobby. So,
of course.
Listen, if I'm blessed because I got a wife to help me out, we're near a hospital, all that. But if you didn't have the same access to resources, like, this is exactly the kind of support you need.
Yeah. Where'd you guys go?
Lurie's.
Lurie's. Oh,
yes.
Phenomenal facility.
Incredible hospital.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we literally pulled up to the front, and Arlen, baby, walked in, saw a toy, and ran towards him. We're like,
yeah, he's good.
All right, well, you're fine. Let's go home, I guess.
That's fun.
And yes, Sammy, I appreciate that. So it's going to be a good time. Please share, broadcast. We'll be making posts about it on Facebook, Twitter, all over. So please do so. But Brian, let's get back to the Pokemon. We saw 2 grass decks. One we hate. One we love some BFA.
Yeah.
What else are we going to see?
We're probably going to end up seeing Dragapult at some point. That deck definitely did really well. Hopefully we see like an Alakazam. I know that deck did really good.
Dude, Alakazam Control from Indy. Oh, man. Baby, that deck is gross.
Yeah, definitely. There's been a bunch of other just like random stuff that I've been kind of seeing that hopefully we can get to watch.
Oh.
I know there's going to be some...
Capybara, I appreciate you.
Yeah. It might be...
Bryce, can you tweak with the audio? Because it's kind of like vibrating.
Yeah. But we're probably going to see some... I know there have been a lot of people trying to cook the Greninja as of late. Oh, that might be... Oh.
All right. Do you see which one it is? Oh, that was me. So I think it's the other one, Bryce. Thank you all for coping with their technical difficulties. And Capybara, thank you for noting that. I appreciate it.
We are working on it. Oh, did that cut me off?
All right, Bryce is working on it. Regardless, thank you all for your patience as we figure that out.
We're working on it.
But yeah, oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So Dragapult was actually... okay, it's much better. It's still there. I think when that's pushed in all the way, it's fine.
Yeah. I think it's fine now. Probably just keep... Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to tweak it. Thank you all. Appreciate it. No, Kanye, it was not your crappy laptop. It is something over here. I don't know what. But yeah, so Dragapult, obviously incredible. Sammy, you're right. Phantom Dive maxing is probably the move.
Yeah.
And it was
the safest choice.
49% of day 2 at NAIC.
Which is
49%.
Crazy. Yeah, that's actually insane.
That is.
Yeah.
It is back a little bit. Bryce, do you mind keep tweaking with it once we get to the game?
Yeah.
And so, are we ready for the game?
Oh, there's no one there. This round 2's not over.
Oh, okay, never mind. We were super excited to get going. No.
Yeah.
And Sammy, I think going blind second's not a bad idea. So Bryce is going to work on this. We'll get it figured out. But, Brian, why is Dragapult poised to continue to dominate?
I mean, it's just such a powerful deck. I mean, Phantom Dive is such a good ability. I feel like cards that get printed kind of have to are like warped around the fact that the 6 damage counter is being put around there.
Yeah.
You know, like baby Pokemon, if you have 60 HP, you're like unplayable until Dragapult rotates.
Well, no, and that's exactly it. It is just so punishing for any slow start. And so, Capybara, yes, please, thank you. I literally talk about feelings. I have no idea how to handle technology, so I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
But so, Brian, there's actually a really cool deck coming out in Pitch Black that is pretty set up to counter Dragapult. The Hide and Sneak deck, if you've seen this at all.
Yeah, because didn't it win one of the Japanese events?
Did it win?
No, I don't think it won, but I know it placed really well because I saw deck list on Twitter, and I had a trophy on it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are we doing here? Playing Crustle, bro? Are you for real?
We're giving Moshi a little bit of crap here for bringing Crustle to round 1 of the stream.
Bring Crustle to locals, man.
All right, so Sammy, I think Dusknoir is so much better now that Red Card is here.
Oh, yeah.
And we kind of saw that NAIC. Red Card is a really powerful card.
Red Card is really good, yeah, because now you're able to Gust Disrupt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this is something harkening back to Reset Stamp back in the day. Incredibly powerful card. That worked at any point, not just when they had less than 3 cards left, but still, being able to disrupt with an item is so powerful.
It is, just because now it opens up your supporter to being able to do so much more. It makes it a more powerful kind of tool for you to use, because now you can either boss, you can you know, reshuffle your deck, you can do this and that, plus you get the disrupting ability with it now.
Yes. Wait, Capybara, Dracoco? Where is that? I actually got to play in gym battles when I was in Japan, and it was incredible. I loved it. Came in 2nd in Japan Championships. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because, Brian, this is one of those decks where you can one-shot Dragapult.
Yeah.
Phantom Dive doesn't work on you. Like, it is just really, really durable to any kind of disruption.
Yeah, and it has a lot of spread potential on it, too, is I think what the deck kind of does. Like, if like there's a certain amount of the Pokemon with that ability in the discard pile, it's like you can put like damage counters spread around or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's the cool part. You have the single attack, which I cannot stress. 170 damage for single energy on a 1-prizer is absurd.
Yeah.
That's so good. You have to have a Dark and 2 Fighting on an Okidogi to do that.
For real. Yeah, you do. And it's on a Psychic Pokemon, which you know, they tend to have a lot of support with them too. I mean, they have like that special stadium where you can like, you know, discard the energy and you can draw as many as Pokemon on the bench.
They have the I forget what the name of the energy is.
Special energy.
The special energy that lets you essentially search 2 basic psychics.
Yeah, it's like a capture energy.
Yeah. And it also has Lily's Clefairy.
Yeah.
So you slap down Lily's Clefairy, and your single prizer is one-shotting a Dragapult EX and saying, good luck taking more than a single like 2-prize knockout this turn, because you can't spread on anybody.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of really good things that this deck can do. And finally excited to see the single prizes kind of make their comeback.
I agree. And Capybara, that is sick. I have not been to Toshima, but that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Gosh, I want to go back to Japan, Brian.
I've never. I really want to go.
I want to go so bad. But yeah, so I think that Hide and Sneak is a legitimately strong deck.
Yeah.
Bridge has an opportunity to have a comeback.
Which is awesome, because Duraludon is my favorite Pokemon.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. I do not love your favorite guy in Champions. He's horrible, and I hate it.
I know. He needs a buff.
He needs not a buff. But Sammy, Dussar Watchtower, that is pretty good. Wait, why does Watchtower shut it off?
Dusknoir Watchtower bodies hide and sneak.
So hide and sneak can rely on the, dun-dun to draw.
Oh.
Yes, which is a big deal.
Because you do need a draw engine at the end of the day.
But even then, Dusknoir gives up a prize to only take a single prize. And I think that's the big thing. If Dragapult is only hitting the active for 200, it is not worth the investment in resources. So is there any other deck coming out of Pitch Black that you're curious about?
The Darkrai deck.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be good, but I hope somebody cooks with it.
Somebody
it's going to
will.
be kind of like the Greninja deck, you know. It's going to have a pretty card that's like associated with it, and people are going to bling it out, and they're going to play it.
And that card's going to be worth $1 billion in case anyone is curious.
Exactly, especially in this current space.
Yes, 100%. Dude, this stuff's wild, man.
Yeah.
But also, this is why for the charity thing, I got a bunch of real shiny cards that are worth a whole lot of money that I would love to give to you all if you give money to sick kids and their families, which seems like a very reasonable trade-off in my mind, Brian.
I would think so too. Yeah, definitely.
All right, so we got Darkrai is pretty good. It's not, but it's cool.
Yeah.
We've got Hide and Sneak is pretty good.
Yeah.
But Brian, if you were playing the game right now and trying to win some of those mid-season events, what would you be playing?
This is Dragapult, man.
All right,
that's the only thing I've been playing lately. I don't have time to play, and when I do have time, I play Dragapult when I can.
Well, so Sammy was talking about Dusknoir, and we saw Duskpult get second at NAIC. We saw Straightpult get third place.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best version right now?
Probably Duskpult. I did play Rafal's 60 to locals the day before NAIC, and I did go 4-0 with it.
I'm saying.
It's pretty good.
I'm saying.
It was pretty good.
And so that, Ben, is a very fair point, is if you can use use Dragapult with Dusknoir to take a 3-prize turn while red carding, that's bad.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of a similar way with like old iterations of Dragapult that would put the 130 on Squawkabilly. And you can kind of take like multi-prize turns that way too.
Well, it's one of the lines against Gardevoir back in the day too, is you pop Dusknoir onto Clefairy, knock out active, or use that to basically take a big 4-prize turn with an Iono and say, listen, man, good luck. They always had it, but
They always do.
it was a good strategy. And Sammy, yes, Rafal. If Rafal watches this, that was a hell of a season, man.
Yeah, he had an incredible season. Yeah.
So in case anyone didn't know, Rafal did not miss a day 2. Rafal got, I think, top 256 or better in every regional he played in. He won 3 cups. Like, the dude did everything correct and was 2 wins in NAIC away from getting his invite.
Yeah.
Dude's a heck of a player. Listen.
Yeah, and he missed cut a couple times, too. Like, he got close to cut, like, went into cut a couple times. Unfortunate stream luck as well, but the fact he was even able to make it to that stage is, like, more than we can ever ask for as a team.
I will tell you, Rafal is going to be far more Poke famous than me in, like, 6 minutes. Like, that dude is crushing it. He's getting on stream all the time. It is awesome to see.
Yeah, he's going to have a great season next year. It's going to be a redemption season for him, for sure.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
I'm a few years away from going for the invite again because child, but it is awesome to see the team members do well and get close.
Definitely, yeah.
And Capybara saying hide and sneak, finding Legacy Pearl. So that's a fair point.
Yeah.
You play Legacy Energy. You play Lily's Pearl.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, the Pearl is really good. That's really one of the big reasons, too, that that the All Out Blitzel list did really well, too, is the Lily's Pearl.
It's a huge deal. If you have 190 HP single prizer, that's one-shotting a Dragapult?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, crushing hammerheads.
Okay, so yes, that is for Legacy, absolutely.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's fair. Even you could even have a 0-prize Lily's Clefairy, which that's also very scary.
Yeah, it is very scary too. But
that's fine. Well, so Brian, that was gonna be my next question too. Duskpult is obviously good.
Yeah.
Is Crushing Hammer still necessary in Dragapult?
I still like it. I don't know. I feel like you can really push leads. You can disrupt a lot of things with Crushing Hammers. I like it. I still like it. Yeah.
I hate using 3 to 4 dead slots in a deck.
Yeah.
But it can just be so impactful.
Yeah. But I mean, that's how you kind of know that a format is not that great.
Correct.
It's because Crushing Hammers is like a must-play card.
It's not it, bro.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't bode well.
Yeah.
Now, granted, the format itself, I think, is good because the decks in it are interesting. It just so happens that Pult is so strong that you need that variance.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, yes, Crushing Hammer is less helpful against Severland.
Definitely.
All right, so we are going to get into our next game here. And you mentioned Dragon Bolt. We actually have a Polt Noir mirror here.
Yeah, definitely. I figured it was going to happen eventually, that we're going to have it, and we're going to see Nikita and Michael play this one out here. So,
Bryce, do you hear
both players are going to be...
It's doing the thing again. Okay.
Yeah.
So if y'all hear the feedback,
We're working on it.
We're working on
Yeah,
it.
we're working on it.
Here, actually, I'm just going to...
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm just kind of standing here holding the plug. This is fine. All right,
we need to stand anyways.
That's true.
Get a little bit of blood flow going into the legs.
So, Brian, tell us about this matchup, though, because obviously this is something we see a lot when it's 49% of the meta.
Yeah, definitely. You're going to be seeing a lot of people playing the mirror in a way, and a lot of it has to do with the early game. I feel like the early game kind of dictates the pace of the game, and a lot of the way that you either attack or place your damage counters will determine who wins the game, and also use of the ghosts as well. So the early game, it's pretty much just a lot of like who controls the item lock and who's able to evolve.
Well, so Sammy made a good point earlier saying that he was planning to go second all the time.
Yeah.
Brian, is this a matchup where you go first or second?
I think you still go second here just because I feel like controlling the item lock is like really important. Because I feel like Badu can really slow down your opponent. So that's why I think it is, but I can see some merit in going first as well, especially if you have the hand to do it.
Well, this is going to be interesting then, because if Nikita's going first, wait, is Michael going first? Oh, I think Michael may be going first here, and that is a not great, boss. Ooh, but that is a huge deal, turning off the opportunity for Meowth for Nikita. And so Brian currently doesn't have a microphone. Do you have a microphone now?
I got a new one.
Nice. All right, so we're trying a new one. But Nikita is going to be able to get down at least one Dreepy, will be able to Ultra Ball to get another Dreepy down, and there is a Lilies in hand. So Nikita's going to be able to play the game here.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what's important, is being able to kind of play the game here. And the other thing that kind of puts Nikita ahead here is that Michael didn't start with any sort of Dreepies.
That is an immense deal.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to see those Dreepies come down and the energy as well. And that Lily's going to come down. We'll see what kind of energies we kind of get here. And then Ark is saying, I wouldn't Ultra Ball here. No shot. We are discarding Klopp's hammer.
So hold on, guys. We're still working through this. But Brian, talk us through this turn here.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to see the 8 cards coming out here. 2 Dreepies already pretty solid here. We got a hammer. We got a Pokepad here. Pokepad will hopefully grab us Dracloak here. Please grab your cloak. Yep. Just because we are going to be item locked this next turn here. So we need to start getting our Dracloaks here early.
No, I agree, and I think that's a big deal, is trying to get that set up. And Sammy said the favorite part of Mira is drawing 0 Dracloak or max 1 in the set. That was 100% my Dragapult experience. Is whoever gets the first 2 Dracloak down, they're the ones who usually win the game.
Yeah, I found myself when I played this last week at locals that I would have hands where I would have 3 Dracloaks, and I would have like a turn 2 with like 3 Dracloaks in it, and I would end up winning the game that way. So if you don't have that,
it's hard out here.
Kind of out of luck.
Well, so now this is going to be interesting because Michael will be able to play Lilies, which is great. Needs to find a couple Dreepy here. And on the bright side, because Nikita didn't get item lock, Michael has a ton of outs to get those Dreepies down.
Yeah, definitely. That's the one tough part about Nikita not having any sort of Badu this turn, because now it's going to give Michael an opportunity to catch up. Because even though, you know, he's not going to be evolving right away, perfect, he gets the Buddy Pop in here.
That is immensely important in this matchup, because
he's gonna be able to get some stuff working here.
And a double Buddy Poffin, that is so good with an energy attachment.
Yeah, so we're going to play both of them here, and we're going to be able to load up this bench here.
And so, Sammy, I agree. I think Ultra Balling away the Hammer Klops was a very bold move when facing a Badu. The Hammer makes sense when facing the Badu, but Nikita's going to want to see that Klops kind of raw in hand at some point soon.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he does have one in hand currently, so That's definitely something that's helping him out here.
And Chris, those Dreepy and Cloak are so cool that I wish I made more irresponsible Pokemon decisions because I would buy them in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think I need one more Cloak and then I'll have the full blinged out line.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
But all right, so Michael gets 3 Dreepy down, gets a Duskull down, is going to be able to attach an energy. Is there anything else that he wanted to do this turn?
I mean, this seems like the perfect turn to, if he had this like kind of similar turn, not with like the supporter, but on turn 1 where he's able to get double Buddy Pop in, like he would have been cruising already.
Oh, and so this is actually an interesting decision. Michael debating attaching the... Whoa.
Oh, no energy.
I think he forgot.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think he forgot.
Yeah. So we're going to see the Cloak, though.
Oh, and that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And the Clops is a big deal. So, okay, Nikita's starting to cruise here.
Okay. I mean, both of those cards cannot be played currently.
Correct.
But you want to know something I'm kind of thinking? I think it would be an interesting decision to play the Crispin on this Monkey Dory to attack.
Why do you think so?
I mean, to break the item lock is my main thing.
So
And pressure. Pressure is my kind of thing.
I don't mind that. One
Yeah.
thing to know with Poltmore is a lot of them do play rare candy.
Yeah.
So if you do take this knockout, you possibly open a world of hurt for yourself because then there is a line where Michael clears your Cloak at a minimum from the board.
Yeah, that's definitely a line that can kind of happen as well. But I don't know.
I mean, we'll have to see here.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what the lists are kind of looking like. But I feel like if this was like a big event, you can kind of get away with a play like that if you want to like high roll what your opponent's playing. Yeah.
And I mean, Sammy's on board with you. If you're not item locking, might as well apply a little pressure.
Oh.
See, there you go.
Glad you agree with me.
There you go.
At least I have some merit sometimes.
And Brian, I've said it before. You've gotten so much better at this game over and over time. I love it. And for Chris, I actually love the color arts for the items. I think they're sick.
Oh yeah, they look so nice. Yeah.
All right, so then Michael getting rid of Meowth has Ultra Ball for Cloak. What supporter are we playing this turn?
We might not be playing a supporter unless we draw one off of this Cloak here.
So Michael has a Judge in hand.
Yeah,
and
we
a
also have
Crispin.
Maybe Crispin might be the play here. Oh, but it looks like we're going to be playing the Judge anyways.
That has to be incorrect,
yeah,
right?
I don't know.
Like, why do you think Michael would play that here?
I guess to manipulate the deck and see if we can, start drawing hot. Maybe if we draw a Cloak, we can... I don't know.
I don't know. I'm trying to justify it. I think
Yeah.
I can understand saying that, hey, this is the best way for me to see cards.
Yeah.
But we are, and that's exactly it, Sammy. Nikita didn't do anything last turn.
Yeah.
So there's not a big selling point for disrupting his hand. Now, granted, Michael's kind of a genius because his hand is possibly worse than Nikita's other hand.
I don't know. He got another Cloak out of it.
And that is the only upside for Nikita, is he is going to be able to see 2 additional cards.
Yeah.
But Nikita had a Dusknoir on the other hand.
Yeah.
And so that is a little scary.
Definitely is.
So Michael getting a second Cloak down himself. See what we can find here.
Yeah, we're going to get Ultra Ball and Night Stretcher.
With already Ultra Ball and Dragapult in hand, I feel like Night Stretcher is probably the better take here.
Yeah, definitely.
And so
use for it later too.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I assume we want to attach that energy, right?
Hoping we get some sort of attachment going here. Really?
Why do you think we're not attaching energy?
This is interesting. I don't know why we're not attaching anything here because we're going to be, unless we have a fear of what's going to be knocked out, like the energy is just going to get targeted right away.
But even then, why not have it down and force the target on that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, this is very confusing to me.
It's definitely confusing me too.
And Crumbreon, I think that could be it. My guess is Michael just thought he needed to get something down. Okay, and so Nikita moving the using Monkey Dory's attack, knocking out that Buddy. But Brian, this is why I'm so sketchy on that decision, is now Michael has to play Crispin.
Yeah, definitely. Now we need to have it, but we don't have a Crispin now.
We do not.
And I think we discarded the
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, we have a Crispin, so that's fine.
All right.
This is
I guess
good.
never punished, right?
Never punished.
Never punished.
But the main thing here is if Michael had attached an energy, Michael had an opportunity to wipe the cloaks from Nikita's board. But now, because Michael has to Crispin, there isn't a good way to sweep both cloak.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a lot harder now. And the other thing too was not using the monkey ability last turn also. I feel like we should have been doing that.
On Nikita's end?
Yeah.
I would tend to agree. I think Nikita may have been saying he didn't want to give the damage from Michael to manipulate.
Yeah, but when you think about it, you kind of need it because, well, there's no way for him to punish it in a way because we need to Crispin to attack anyways.
Correct.
Yeah.
With no energy down, just moving that damage makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so Michael does find a dark energy, has an Ultra Ball.
Ooh.
But I don't actually mind that. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
I like
goodness.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like that play better. Yeah.
I agree. And so Michael has a Dragapult. I assume we attached the Psychic Energy, right? Yes, we did. There was a Psychic on there. Okay. Yeah, and we see the knockout on Cloak, knockout on Monkey. Okay, so now Michael's in a good spot.
Yeah, he's in a good spot here. We definitely got, I don't want to say lucky, but I definitely feel like we didn't get punished very hard for not attaching any of the energies or anything like that. But
so I think, and this is something we were playing some games before with Tristan and Elias, and I kind of offered to like have a like pseudo coaching thing while we're here because we want to help our local community get better.
Yeah, definitely.
A big thing that they and we were talking about is identifying what are the long-term impacts of your short-term decisions.
Yeah.
And so for me, Brian, you're absolutely right. Not that punished. I actually think from an opportunity cost standpoint, Michael was immensely punished because Michael was unable to wipe cloaks from the board.
Yeah.
And that's a huge deal.
Definitely.
So then, talk us through this turn, Brian.
Yeah.
What is Nikita trying to do?
I mean, we kind of have to recover a bit of our our board here. We got to, find energies, and we need to start attaching stuff. We need to really find a way for us to Phantom Dive. That's the really big thing here.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah, stamp to get Dragapult Crispin.
So I actually, two things. I love the stamp. Why didn't Nikita pop Dusknoir first?
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the thing to do is you got to pop it first. It's kind of like when you were playing, when Iona was in the format.
Right.
You'd pop it just so you can get the fewer cards into your opponent's hand and all that stuff. And plus,
and Nikita got there.
Yeah.
Assuming there are two different types of energy in deck.
Yeah. Why are we taking it, though?
Wait. What?
Wait. Why are we taking it?
Oh, Watchtower is in play. That is a problem.
Oh, that is a problem. Yeah, that's true. Never mind.
Oh, this is actually catastrophic for
Yeah.
Nikita.
Yeah.
Good call, Crumbrion. I totally whiffed the Watchtower.
Yeah, I did too. If that was me, I probably would have played the Meowth and would have been very sad right after.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
So then this is actually now an even bigger deal because that Dusknoir is exposed. And I think there may be a world Nikita Jet headbutts here.
Yeah, I think he's got to pop the Dusknoir here because if he keeps it in the active, it's just going to get knocked out for no value here.
Dude, Sammy, I think you are exactly correct. Budu would almost have to be the move here.
Yeah.
And so Nikita...
Pass. Oh, Nikita.
Oh,
Nikita, what are we doing here?
All right, so Brian, how does Michael punish this?
Oh, I mean, if we have if we get the energy here, or if we get Crispin here, or anything like that, we can definitely punish this. I mean, it would pretty much just be not taking out the damage modifier from play.
Right.
Yeah.
Clearing out this Dusknoir is all but endgame.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Dusknoir on Cloak, Itchy Pollen is very good.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, this is rough.
Yeah, this is brutal. Now, so Michael needs the fire energy. What else does Michael need to truly punish this?
I mean, if we're able to set up another, Dragapult, that could definitely be good here. Even if we can get Monkey kind of going too, I wouldn't mind that as well.
Getting a Dark Energy on Monkey, if Michael's able to Crispin, is a big deal.
Yeah.
How do you feel about benching that Dreepy?
I don't think we needed it. I feel like that bench space could have been used for like something else.
How do you feel about not using that Pokepad?
That one should have definitely been cleared too. Like I get playing the Buddy Poffin to kind of like thin something out of the deck, but I feel like you got to commit to it. You know, like if you're gonna play one, you got to play everything else to kind of clear out the board first.
And I agree, because while that is technically an out for a Dracloak later in the game, you do not want to see that card right now.
Yeah.
So I think Nikita had forgotten to take a prize, is how I'm reading the situation. Because when Michael popped his Dusclops, Nikita should have taken a prize there.
And then we do have Night Stretchers, so we're going to be able to get that next energy as well.
This is good. Or we just get it straight out of the deck.
Straight up get it. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so now Michael is going to be able to punish this dramatically.
Yeah.
And, both of those are really good.
Yeah.
So what's Michael missing?
I mean, the Crispin would have been big.
You cannot play that, Michael.
Yeah. I mean, what we're missing right now is the attachment.
Which Michael has in hand.
Yeah.
So very low risk right here.
Yeah.
That Dusknoir is going down. Goodness, this is so good.
Yeah, definitely is.
So is there anything else you want to see Michael play from his hand?
Not that I see. Is there something that you're seeing?
No, actually at this point, I would want Michael to hold that Pokepad.
Yeah.
And so, Brian, why do they never listen to us?
I don't know. But I guess that Pokepad's going to be used to grab Duskull. And I feel like that's not something that we need to put on the bench anymore. Because I feel like past the point where, you know, Phantom Dive is able to be used, Duskull is just a liability. Just because there's no other way for it to stay alive.
Yeah, so please don't. Why are we benching that? That's not good. Don't do that. Don't. Yeah. Bad. On the bright side, Michael does get to slap a whole lot of damage on that Dreepster, even if also, Brian, I think it should have been 3 on the Dreepster and then the rest on the Dragapult.
Definitely. Yeah, just because you need to start putting some more damage on that Dragapult just so you can make that knockout a little cleaner, because it's going to need an extra knockout for it.
It is. Okay, and so Nikita gets the Lilies. Nikita's going to be able to respond with the Phantom Dive. The issue is that Nikita's not going to be able to Monkey Dory any damage.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. Because now that we use that attachment for turn, but...
And Cormoran, you may be right. Michael may be laying a trap card and saying, I dare you to take a prize here. And to be honest, Nikita may have to.
Yeah. I feel like you have to take the knockout on the Duskull anyways, because you need it to prevent any further knockouts here.
And so this is the risk. With the knockout on Duskull, Nikita goes to 3 prizes, regardless of the red card. Nikita is a monkey attach away from just winning the game the next turn.
Yeah, definitely is. But let's see where we're at.
This has been a very back and forth game.
It has been. It's kind of been a back and forth of I make a misplay here, I punish it, and then I make a misplay here, and my opponent punishes it.
Maybe that's a good thing to say.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a high quality back and forth at times, but it has been a back and forth. Because now
the quality comes in the point where the opponent recognizes where the other person made the mistake.
Well, true. Yes, very true.
Yeah.
So now this is the tricky part. Because Michael played down that Duskull, Nikita has all but game on board. Michael needs to do something real tricky here to close out this game.
Yeah.
So is there anything you see that Michael can do?
I mean, Monkey for sure. We definitely need Monkey in play.
Yeah, I think the attachment to Monkey is well, so here's the tough part. Nikita needs to take 3 prizes. At this point, it is impossible for Michael to protect all of the Pokemon on his bench.
Yeah.
And so Michael really needs to attack with a different Dragapult.
Yeah.
And I don't know how feasible that is.
It's tough because, I mean, you're going to need Crispin for it. And it's hard for you to just retreat into another Dragapult when we need all these pieces to get the second attacker going in the first place.
So there's one other thing that Michael can do here to not lose, and that would be to Gust Knockout the Dreepy and Dracloak, because that could leave less than 3 damage counters on the board for Nikita.
Yeah. Yeah. That could definitely be a thing.
We are obviously not doing that.
I don't know. I'm kind of confused now why we're just putting the damage counters that way. I think we're just high rolling the fact that we can get Crispin the next turn.
But I think this is also a turn where Michael really needed to play that red card.
Yeah. Do we have it in hand?
Michael has a red card in hand.
Oh man.
I don't know why we're not doing that. That's very bad.
Yeah.
Then I think Nikita just wins, assuming there's a monkey in deck.
Yeah.
And we're going to see what this dawns.
Yeah.
So then, Brian, if there's a monkey in deck, is it just that easy?
It's not that easy because we don't have it.
Y'all, I don't have words about this game.
Yeah.
Brian, what are your thoughts? Because you look as dumbfounded as I am.
Did we have a Buddy Poffin in hand?
There was a Buddy Poffin in hand.
We could have checked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Nikita does not have a stadium to bounce, so Meowth couldn't be an option. But even then, oh, this is so tough. Yeah. We need a Padlin.
Yeah.
Crumbyon, I'm not going to debate that too much. Whack-A-Man, hello. I am happy to be back. Thank you. So, Brian, I guess, does Nikita just lose?
I think so. I mean...
Because Bryce, I think Michael's had 2 prizes.
I mean, so, yes and no. On paper, he definitely does. But at the same time... Ooh, red card.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I mean, we need to set up the other attacker still. You know, he needs Crispin. He needs another Dragapult, this and that. Please play the red card. Please play the red card.
For the love of all that is holy, play the red card.
Yeah.
So, Michael, getting a little bailed out that Nikita only plays 1 monkey, and it's already in the discard.
Yeah.
All right, so see the red card. No, not shot! It's, you know what, that's not ideal. Listen, that's not great.
I don't think we can fix this.
Let's see if Nikita could. I think they're figuring out if Nikita could actually win. Because unless Nikita can do something crazy, Michael just wins anyway.
Yeah.
Because even if Nikita retreats to go into the cloak, oh no, because Michael does need. Does Monkey Dory attack win?
Well, because he would have Phantom Dove also.
Wait, say that again?
Oh, no, because this was still Nikita's turn when he played the red card.
Yes, and so I think they're just kind of saying playthrough. So obviously, for those watching at home, that is 1,000% a game loss.
Yeah.
Like 110%. Because this is locals, we're playing for fun.
Yeah.
Unless Bryce or Brian, you feel like we need to, I'm not going to say, Michael, get out of your seat, you lose. I'm going to leave it to them to decide.
Yeah.
But actually, Bryce, if you don't mind telling them that it is a game loss, if they want to like pursue it that way. Because that is obviously a big deal.
Yeah, definitely. I like how we had the same reaction to that. Yeah.
All right, so Bryce is communicating with them, letting them know what's up.
Yeah.
And yes, Crumbyon. No, actually,
I don't think you. I think if you just put.
No.
I think if you just put 3 on 2 of them.
Because let me see, 90. No. Having 3 on 2 of them doesn't change the game here because Michael still needs 2 prizes. And Ultra Balling away 2, so did they say they're just going to play it out?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Fine.
Number 1, love the spirit of the game.
Yeah.
It's locals, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to stress about this.
Another thing, too, it's one of those things where you make the mistake once, you never make it again.
Ideally.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Yeah. Oh, but interesting to see that Michael actually had a way around it. He plays Sparkling Crystal.
He does, which he took off the prizes, which is a big deal. But yeah, so then we will see the Phantom Dive. Michael wins even after absolutely earning a game loss there.
Yeah.
Guys, that was a back-and-forth game, but not for the reasons we want to see a back-and-forth game.
Yeah.
Any feedback?
The early game was definitely interesting.
think shaky is a term they throw out in commentary sometimes.
Yeah. Interesting for sure. There's definitely some ways around it. Like kind of think about what we're using Ultra Ball for. What we're Phantom diving, stuff like that. Definitely a teaching moment for sure.
That you said that so politely. So I'm actually, one of the things I do as a therapist is I do supervision for interns, and I have to try to teach them how to do something when they do it just horribly at the start.
Yeah,
so,
I'm kind of the same way. I precept a lot of new nurses.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Perfect.
Experience, so I've been precepting a lot too. So it's interesting to kind of see the growth.
It is. And I would say the mechanism is very much the same. So obviously, Michael, I love you, dude. We played together before COVID a while back, and Nikita's awesome. So please take this as feedback for gameplay, not that you're not two awesome people. And that gameplay was appalling. Like it was not great.
Yeah.
So the big things, like you said, when I was talking with Elias and Tristan, always thinking about what is your long-term game plan. And Brian, I think that's something that was kind of missing there on both of those, is thinking through not just this turn, but how do I enact my game plan across the course of the next few turns?
Yeah.
And we saw some missed stuff. Attaching too many energy to one cloak, leaving ourselves vulnerable to disruption. Not attaching energy when we had it, forcing ourselves to have more resources later in the game, kind of on and on.
Yeah. Definitely that kind of stuff is important. The resource management for sure.
Yes. And Chaz, sequencing is a big thing. Knowing your deck is a big thing. Knowing what cards do is a big thing. And those are, I think, are basic skills regardless of whatever deck you're playing. And Brian, a quick pause. What are your thoughts on Hops Trevenant?
I like it. It's funny because my brother has been big into the collecting scene lately, and the fact that he's been liking to collect, it's made him want to play again. He played very briefly, maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
But now he wants to play again, now that he's been collecting all these cards. And the deck that's been really intriguing him was the Hops Trevenant.
Okay.
I was like, if you want to play it, I totally support it.
Nice. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, keep building the community, even if we got to recruit from family. It's great.
Exactly. So I like the Hops Trevenant. It's cool. I like the support that it has, the stadium, the choice band. The revenge attack, I feel like it does a lot of damage for like very little effort.
So the Trash and Lance podcast, which I don't know if they've had an episode in a while, but they would refer to decks like that as parasitic sets.
Yeah.
So like there is a whole like set built around that kind of mechanism, because it's really cool and it's done surprisingly well.
Yeah, definitely.
So KTV, great question. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I kind of like that idea of like parasitic like kind of deck, because like the Journey Together set kind of founded a lot of these decks, and the one that everybody was talking about was Enzoroark, but the Hops Trevenant is starting to get some kind of cover some ground now. It's pretty good. Now we just need someone to cook Iono.
Let's not get crazy, bro. Let's not get too wild there. Though you never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
Iono's belly bolt.
You never know. But Brian, so kind of going back to that game though.
Yeah.
We both recognize that was not ideal.
Yeah.
But so what were some of the like thought processes that you saw that were problematic? Because I think to me, we obviously saw like the decisions that were bad.
Yeah.
Like what's the underlying crap that kind of led to that going poorly?
Yeah, a lot of it I feel like is kind of like umbrella, kind of like macro in a way when it comes to like my knowledge of like other games. It's like bigger picture things. So like kind of thinking about how your board's going to look throughout the rest of the game. And a lot of those stem from early game decisions about like stuff that you put into play or anything like that.
Wait, is it really?
Actually?
No shot.
I'll have it up.
Oh,
okay, hold on. We're going to get back to this in a second, but keep going, Brian.
Yeah, but it's funny that I predicted that.
You did. Yes. All right, that's fine. Crumbreon?
Yeah.
That is apparently the deck we are seeing next, because Iono's is currently 2-0 right now, and we're going to see that on stream. So, Brian, excellent read and suggestion.
But
keep going with that like macro level.
Yeah, macro level kind of thinking where it's like, oh, this is like what I want to do with the turn.
Yeah.
This is what I want this turn to turn into, you know, two or three turns in the future. So I feel like a lot of those things, when you make those minute kind of changes and stuff like that, will really help you close out games. Because for a lot of these players, they're able to start out these games really good, but it's about closing it out. And I feel like that's what both players kind of struggled with, because they needed like maybe 1 to 2 extra pieces.
Yeah.
to close out the game when, if they would have planned a little bit earlier, they would have been able to close it out a lot cleaner.
And I think that's the big deal, is it may seem like I just needed this and I missed it.
Yeah.
But you can play your turns and play your games so that way you aren't reliant on hitting like a combo piece or a key piece late in the game.
Yeah.
And it just makes you look like, well, your deck just drew better. No, man. I just used my deck in a more efficient way, so I didn't need this stuff late.
Yeah, definitely. And other things, too, to kind of think about is, like, the ways that we're thinning out our deck and how we're searching for stuff. Like, when we know that this is the piece that we're looking for, being able to kind of manipulate the deck in a way to where we can maximize our chances of getting that piece off of something like a Lily or a Judge or whatever it is. Like maximizing our chances of securing pieces that way too.
And that I think is a big deal because when you are thinning your deck effectively, a lot of it comes into sequencing. Like you got to sequence effectively to find the pieces you need to both save the resources you want later and burn things you don't. It means when you get red carded to 3 cards, there's a much lower chance a Poképad is in there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, we kind of saw it too when Michael was playing. I forgot which disruption card he ended up playing, but he didn't end up thinning out the Poképad. He played the card that he wanted to play, and he ended up drawing back into it anyway.
It was Judge. He played Judge into a Poképad that he did not want to see.
Exactly. So, like, if we would have thinned that out, it could have been a completely different card.
Yeah.
But at least, even if he did end up drawing another Poképad, at least he did everything in his power to prevent it.
And so that's exactly it. There is variance in the game.
Yeah.
There just is. You're sometimes going to hit it, you're sometimes not.
Yeah.
But you have more control than I think people give themselves credit for in how that game turns out.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
All right, so Brian, we have hit the middle of our day. You should probably do the social media things, right?
Let's do the social media.
Do you want to do the social media things?
Let's do it. If you're liking what you're seeing here, make sure to follow us, like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notification bell so you always know when we go live. We go live every Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Our shop's located out of Buffalo Grove, Illinois. If you like what you see here, make sure to follow us on all those social medias. Our Twitter is at NRGTCG. And if you're interested in other games, you can go on our website. Our link tree's in the Twitch chat. We have singles and we have sealed product for other games as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Dude,
loaded case, by the way, too. We have a really nice case right now.
We actually do. There's a lot of shiny things in there.
There's a lot of nice stuff. I was thinking about making some poor financial decisions, but I don't know.
We got a GLC tournament coming up. Maybe we need a shiny card for that.
I know. I see the SIR Meowth in there.
Oh, yeah.
I got a lot of credit because I went 4-0 2 weeks ago, so I'm like,
You just moved. You're already married.
Yeah.
What do you even need that for?
I know, but we're thinking about it.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, so we are here every Thursday. We actually, and I give these guys a ton of credit. While I have been MIA, they made sure a stream happened every Thursday, which is awesome. And we are going to try to have us not miss one again.
Yeah, and we kind of had a fun one a couple weeks ago prior to NAIC. I had Trevor and Kevin here, and we did like a 3-person kind of stream too. We kind of did it a little last minute, but we had like a nice, fun discussion about like how to enjoy NAIC and also like what we would have played too if we were at the event.
Yeah. No, it was great.
We had a lot of people show up too.
We were all hyped about NAIC.
Yeah, we had a lot of people show up to locals that day,
which is awesome.
Yeah,
it's good. But no, and I will just echo that too. We do have those big events coming up this summer. We will be streaming them here. So Sunday we'll have the Invitational. Yep. July 12th we'll have the charity stream, full tournament start to finish, and then July 26th our GLC 1K, and then August 16th we will have our 3v3 tournament. And if you are wondering, that's so cool. How are you going to stream that? I have no idea. We have not figured that out yet, but we will find a way.
We'll figure it out. We always figure it out.
Exactly. But all right, on to Pokemon. We are seeing Iono's deck here.
Iono's Belly Bolt.
With Kilowattrel, Belly Bolt, all the cool things. Brian.
And the matching sleeves.
What is going to be happening here?
I don't know, but I'm kind of glad we get to watch this.
And we get to see it against Festival Lead, which makes this so much better.
Yeah.
But Brian, kick us off. What's the plan here? How does Festival Lead set up?
Yeah, Festival Lead, we want to see some Grookey's on the board early. We want to see some Grookey's. We want to see some Applins because once those Grookey's evolve, we'll be able to Boom Boom Groove, which is pretty much, as long as a Festival Lead Pokemon is in the active. The Boom Boom Groove is pretty much just a free quick search.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're really wanting to kind of get those in play.
Wackerman, you are right. Alex always plays cool things.
Yeah, always playing fun stuff. I remember when Alex was really playing the Tinkaton EX.
Yeah.
That was a real throwback there.
And Crumbrion, to your point about Michael not attaching energy early, I think that is an extremely reasonable standpoint, except for he was item locking Nikita.
Yeah.
So there was no way for Nikita to play a Crushing Hammer while Badu was itchy pollinating.
Exactly, and I think that's the other thing too, where like if Nikita would have attacked early, it could have punished it a little bit, more.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very reasonable thing to say, hey, I need to protect these energy when they are at risk. But if they're not at risk, just get ahead of the curve there.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is a really good starting turn for Thor, minus having the Relor in the active.
Yeah, the Relor in the active is not all that great, but being able to at least get Grookey and Applin in play is kind of more than what we can ask for at the moment. Yeah.
And Thor does get the attachment down on Relor.
I don't know if I wanted to do that right away.
I would tend to agree.
But then again, I don't really know what kind of pressure that this deck can kind of put early on in the game.
I know literally nothing about this deck.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see what plays out. But Brian, do you know what any of these Pokemon do here?
No, I just know the Belly Bolt EX, I think, has like a similar like Baxcalibur type ability.
It does. So what these guys do. Sorry, this is freaking out again. Okay. So what these guys do is Iono's Kilowattrel has an ability that says once during your turn, you may discard a lightning energy from this Pokemon.
Yeah.
If you do, draw until you have 6 cards in deck. Voltorb does, as Crumarion was saying, it's, I think, 20 damage plus 20 more for each lightning energy attached to all your homies.
Yeah.
Well, Iono's homies. And the Billibolt, that is Rain Dance, exactly like you said. As often as you like during your turn, attach lightning energy from your hand to one of your Iono's Pokemon. So that means you can just slap on down all the things. Yes, Whack-A-Man, until 6 cards in hand. Thank you. But yeah, you just slap on down all your energy. You throw everything on the board, and then you just use Bellibolt to do 280 damage, or to use that Stun Fist to trap stuff. You just kind of run stuff over.
Yeah, definitely.
And so getting the lilies here, getting the board set up, Brian, what else does Alex need?
I kind of want to maybe see a little bit more set up on the board, but I feel like we kind of have a little bit of everything we want already. I feel like you can't be too mad about the setup early on in the game. I don't really know what this Wattrel does, but I was kind of hoping it would have an attack that would do a little bit of damage with 1 energy. But I don't know if we'll be able to put that kind of pressure on early.
I don't know if we're going to be able to either. And I think the main reason Alex put the Stun Fist down was so that it cannot get one-shot by a...
Best.
Yes. Wattrel is doing his part.
Is doing his best.
But, I mean, that's not a bad hand to follow up with.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, and I think... Oh, Buddy Fun Fun. Okay, so, I mean, Alex gets a full board here.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, that's a good start, is being able to get that full board in a way. But let's see what we're able to kind of do next here.
And I mean, I think at this point, all Alex wants to do is that a Max Rod for the A spec?
Oh, I think I missed it.
I think it's right at the bottom.
Oh, it is a Max Rod.
Wow.
Max Rod.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, we're going Max Rod here to really maximize the Rain Dance.
I like what you did there.
Yeah.
That was well played, Brian.
Yes, thank you.
But it makes sense. It basically says, hey, get 5 lightning energy back.
Yeah.
It's a superior energy retrieval just at home.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
So that's good. I don't know if it's better than Prime Catcher or something, but it is good.
Yeah, or like Unfair Stamp or anything like that. But let's see.
So here's one very minor thing I want everyone to note. Alex chose to put the Tadbulb from hand onto the board rather than get the Tadbulb from the deck. And I will tell you all, this is something we were also talking about earlier. Getting that Tadbulb from the deck is the right way to sequence, because now there is one less card in your deck that you don't want to draw into. Because now there's a chance that Alex top decks that Tadbulb, and it's a dead card for them.
Yeah, definitely. So pretty good that we get the Thwacky already. We have the Festival Grounds now, and then we also have the Lilies here to grab more cards for Thor. So we'll see what we're able to grab now.
Wacko, Scramble Switch is very interesting to try to slap it on, say, an Iron Hands EX. Just kidding, that rotated.
Yeah.
But if there's something else you'd want to use to attack, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, definitely could. But let's see what we grab off of this. We have some pieces here. We got another Diplin. Buddy Poffin is huge here, but the only thing we don't have that we really would have wanted is an energy.
Yes, and I think playing this Buddy Poffin here is perfect sequencing to just thin cards out of the deck so Thor can dig for a grass energy.
Yeah, definitely.
And what does Thor want to get here? Is it just 2 Grookey,
I
or?
would want to see Grookey, but getting another Diplin I'm not too mad at. I mean, it's tough because we have the Relor in play as well.
Yes.
You know, not the most ideal thing that we wanted to have in play, but, you know, what can we do?
Because correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think any Iona's Pokemon snipe.
No, not that I know of.
That's okay. I'm gonna have to take a look at that real quick. Here.
Yeah.
Let me take a look. See right quick.
Do a little look here, and then we're gonna see what Thor has. I want to say that he has that bug catching set in hand, which is good because that is going to help us attack. So let's see if we're able to draw off of that energy on that bug catching set. And no, unfortunately, we aren't able to, but we do get some Pokemon at the very least that we can thin out.
But that's a huge deal because it means Thor's missing the attack here.
Yeah, it is. Definitely is for sure.
And not only that, missing the attack, and that stadium is liable to get bounced.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the what is it? The Valencia? Is that what we're calling it? I forgot what the Iono.
One more time.
The stadium.
Levincia.
Levincia.
Yes.
Valencia, Levincia.
I was like, Valencia, that's a lovely place. Crumagon, that's actually good to know. I did not realize it was a requirement to end on a mash. Interesting. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Huh.
Because I always end up, like, cutting my deck in half as my way before offering the cut. But...
No, I always kind of end up doing that anyway.
Yeah,
but
I guess I'm going to have to change the way that I do things now.
I know. So I was incorrect. The Belly Bolt has 280 HP, does 230 damage. So still a beefy boy. But the only really one-shot attacker is Voltorb.
Yeah, so Night Structure grabs, was it the Kilowatt roll?
It is. There is a Levincia coming down, bouncing the Festival lead.
Okay, good to know that it's considered a mash. I guess.
Perfect.
I guess I'm still okay. I'm not breaking any rules.
And then do you see the energy retrieval? Why not just lose a Levincia? That's fine.
Okay.
So attaching one energy with the Belly Bolt ability and then another energy to Stunfisk just manually. And then choosing to draw up to 6 with that Kilowattrel and Sweet Child of Mine were those good cards to draw.
Definitely.
Yes, and Alex is discarding the energy. Perfect. Like, holy Brian, what a draw.
Yeah, and then we're just going to be able to put more energy in play now. And all this other stuff.
Wait, this is like crazy. That's so good.
Like, we're just cycling through the deck now.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Yeah.
And so, is there a different supporter that Alex would want to play?
Don't know. Oh, we got the
Zekrom. My goodness.
Oh, wow. We have a lot of cool pieces here.
So, Wacko was talking about that Scramble Switch. That would fit so well with Zekrom.
Definitely. Oh, we're going for the boss here.
Because this Stunfisk can retreat. Choosing not to use Levincia for those 2 energy, but you know, here we are, just living life.
Yeah, so is this a retreat lock attack?
It is a retreat lock attack, I believe. And then you also do additional damage to it next turn.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is interesting. We get the Diplins. We get another Thwacky. I mean, Thor's board is set up so well. And the Kieran gets the switch out.
That's fire.
So the good news for Alex, Thor has to use his entire attack to get through the Stunfisk.
Yeah. Unless we have another way around it.
No, because so that Diplin is going to hit for max 100. Vitality Band has rotated out of the format.
Yeah.
Max Belt obviously won't do anything here because it's a single prizer.
Same with like Brave Mangle too. I don't think that would do anything either.
Correct, because that only boosts damage against EXs.
Yeah.
So Thor's going to use both attacks, take a single prize, and now there is another stadium that Alex can bounce. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's definitely gotten. I mean, it's cool that Thor has some of these like interesting techs like the Kieran and like stuff like that to get around these situations because it often is like a win con that you have to play around.
It is. And so this is a big deal, too, because it forces Thor to take a single prize and lengthens the game for Alex. But Alex is going to have to start applying pressure pretty quickly here.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to. Let's see what we're looking at here. Looks like we're just going to take the one prize here. It's tough, though, that we've had to go through our second stadium here just to get one single knockout.
And that's a huge deal because now Alex can apply pressure to those resources.
Yeah. So let's see. We start off our turn. Maybe we'll play the Lilies here. Okay.
And Lily seems fine. That Zekrom really isn't going to add a lot of value in this matchup because Alex knocks out any of Thor's Pokemon just by glaring at them.
Yeah, definitely.
So we really don't need to reach 380 to get through a Diplin.
Yeah, and the nice thing, too, is that a lot of the times we can take the knockouts pretty easily as well with a lot of the single prize Pokemon that we do have here.
So the one downside is Iono's Kilowattrel only does 70.
Yeah.
Wait, Nidoking. That's brilliant. The Transformation Tome in Iono's deck. Slap a bunch of energy on a Tadbulb. Transformation into a Zekrom. That's actually so sick.
Definitely. So we're going to see another Belly Bolt coming down here.
And Alex has a bunch of energy in hand.
Let's see. Ultra Ball's coming down.
To Canary, I believe, which Canary's a great card to set up for this deck.
Definitely.
Do you know what that one does, Brian?
No.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
I just agree, just to agree.
I appreciate you, sir. What Canary's does is you discard a card from your hand and search your deck for 4 lightning Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Good setup for sure.
It is. It is. And the nice part is it doesn't have to be basics or evolution. You can just use it for whatever you need.
Yeah, definitely.
But Alex failing the Ultra Ball, trying to thin their hand to draw with Kilowattrel. So what's Alex trying to hit?
Good question. Maybe we're trying to hit the Max Rod, or we're trying to hit another supporter Pokemon here.
Actually, looking at this, I think Alex is just trying to hit energy.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we're trying to thin also, because I mean we can remove the energy, correct?
Yes, you can slap both of those energy on the Belly Bolt, or one on a Kilowattrel, one on the Belly Bolt.
Yeah.
And draw up to 6 a couple times. And I mean, this is great. The end result of the play really is Alex just hitting this Diplin for 230. And I mean, that's sketchy then, because Thor's probably going to take a knockout in response.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think Alex was digging for there?
I don't know, but you saw them kind of shaking their head a little bit.
And I wonder if they saw a Lavencia or something that they wanted to take.
Could have been. So we're going to put those energies in play. Now we're going to remove one of them. And let's see that draw 6 come out. Ooh. Is that a Zeraora?
I think that was a Zeraora. Oh, and that's a really interesting single prize attacker.
Definitely.
That Alex is discarding.
That we're discarding. Okay.
Wait, is that Zeraora? No, that is Zeraora.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the Snipe?
I wonder, because didn't we used to play that in like Miraidon or something like that? Or was that a different one that I'm thinking about?
That was one playing Miraidon. Snaps a benched EX for 210.
Yeah.
Also less than helpful here.
Yeah, it definitely is, but I do remember seeing that one being played.
I mean, Brian, I think both of these have to go on that Belly Bolt, right?
Yeah, I would think so, or at least one. But we're going to start drawing some more cards here, so let's see what we're able to do.
Okay, so there are plenty of energy. That's an ends plan.
There's 2 ends plans.
That's so sick. All right, so we're seeing the engine a little more with this deck. So Alex is able to Iono's Belly Bolt down a whole lot of energy, put up a really interesting attacker, whether it be Zekrom or Zeraora, and then ends playing 2 energy to it in order to do the very cool attack, which this is kind of sick, man.
Yeah, it definitely is. Let's see. So we're going to put the Diplin here. We're going to Grookey now.
It's kind of doing the thing still.
Let's see what we're searching for.
I mean, really, I think Thor just wants to reach for a 2-prize knockout here. Because Thor knows he's going to be able to reach for a single prize knockout very, very easily as a follow-up. But taking this big one is going to be the big deal.
Definitely. We're still looking through that Boom Boom Groove here. It looks like we're contemplating the Brave Bangle. We also have the Max Belt in hand, too. That would definitely help.
And I'm sorry, I'm texting. Baby is still struggling with his teeth, so just checking on with wife. Poor little dude. We are in like full teething mode.
Yeah. Oh, that's rough.
I know. I feel bad for him. But so I think this is actually pretty easy for Alex because Alex needs supporter modifier, bench Pokemon, tool modifier in some capacity, and actually, we don't even need both if the tool modifier is a max belt.
No, the max belt's in hand.
Oh, yeah, we're cruising. We're cruising, man.
We're definitely cruising here.
So then Thor is going to be able to take 2 prizes here, and is Alex going to be able to easily respond?
It's going to be tough because it seems like right now our only way to respond is with the Belly Bolt, and it gets easily knocked out.
For what it's worth for Alex, though, I think Alex wants to go into multiple Belly Bolts.
Yeah.
All right, and so Thor takes the knockout, 2 prizes. Alex, still at 5 prizes, goes into Iono's Belly Bolt. And so does Alex just respond with another Belly Bolt attack here?
That's what I'm thinking right now. That looks to be what we're doing, especially since we're promoting. I mean, granted, it has an air balloon on it, but I think that might be the plan because I don't see any other attackers that we can potentially rely on here.
And so that's the tough part with the math is if Kilowattrel did 80 damage, this would not be an issue.
No.
Because Kilowattrel could just one-shot these guys and it wouldn't be catastrophic.
Definitely.
However, that 70 damage is a very big deal.
Yeah. I mean, we could still take advantage of it in a way. Because like with like Gus and stuff like that, we could take out like that Thwacky on the bench, for example. But at the same time, we have to kind of respect the discipline that we have in the active here.
Especially with that maximum belt, because with that maximum belt, it's just 1 gust, and Thor takes 2 more prizes.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to be playing the Carmine. Grab 5 cards here.
So I will say credit to Alex. This deck is cool.
It is cool. Yeah.
And it's honestly, it's functioning about as well as they could hope for, though I think they prize Voltorb, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Unfortunately, it is working well against Festival Lead, which feels like an atrocious matchup.
I would think so, too. I feel like this deck is kind of made for stuff like Dragapult and maybe some of those slot box variations and stuff like that.
Yeah, because having 280 HP, hitting for 230, and only being one-shot back by Cryodan or 2 heads flips from Kangaskhan, that's pretty good.
It is pretty good. So, I don't know. I feel like we're kind of getting there, but we're not completely there yet.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
And so speaking of getting there, Alex is trying very hard to draw into enough energy. That'll help.
Yeah.
And a Levincia, that's actually a big deal.
Yeah. Oh, guess we're scooping it up. We got 1 card left.
Oh.
That's tough.
Yes, and that was the card Alex was looking for, was the Voltorb to have a single prize attacker. But to be honest, Alex kind of wanted to stream 2 prize attackers there anyway.
Definitely. Still tough anyways, you know. I feel like that is a rough matchup for the Festival Lead at the end of the day.
Definitely. Well, you mean a rough matchup for Ionos at the end of the day.
For the Iono, yeah.
No, and I agree. It was a really cool list. It's a really cool concept, but you kind of see where it struggles is there are limitations on what it can do.
Yeah.
So, like you said, being able to one-shot a Dragapult, though, pretty cool. Yeah. Being able to use Zekrom to reach to one-shot any EX. So there's some cool tricks there.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Why do you think it hasn't seen more success?
I mean, I feel like it's not the format for it. I feel like this would have done better in a format with Lightning Weak Pokemon.
True.
Like the Lugia format, stuff like that. Because, like, when the Lugia format was out, we were just getting any old Lightning.
Yeah.
Seeing, like, oh, yeah, this could do something.
If it was yellow, throw it in a deck.
Exactly.
Like, 100%.
Yeah, or if it had, like, if it had good, like, you can use, like, Mirage Gate with it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's not like one of those decks where, you know, it can kind of slot into anything. It has to be its own archetype.
And so that's a fair point, because that's the downside of those kind of parasitic archetypes is you can't easily plug in other pieces unless you saw it with Alex there. You play cards like End Plan or cards that specifically allow you to transition between Pokemon.
Exactly.
And Crumbreon, you're right. Like in the past, there were a ton of really good fighting Pokemon. And technically, Lucario exists, but let's be serious.
Yeah.
I know one of the viewers was asking about above, but
yeah,
Lucario ain't it right now, boss.
Not right now.
Especially not with Clefairy Box.
Yeah. Ask us after rotation.
Correct. Come back to us then. Another rotation.
Yeah.
All right, so then, Brian, tell us a bit more about this format as we're getting into the summer months. Like, are there decks you want to try out since we have some of this space and free time?
Yeah, I definitely want to play the apples. I know a lot of the locals like to play that deck, so I definitely want to give that a go. I do want to play the all-out Blitzel list as well. That's also another one that I have some aspiration to play as well. And then those are like the two main ones that I can kind of throw off out of the top of my head that seem like interesting enough for me to play.
So I think those are some of the more unique ones because the format really has rotated around Dragapult.
Yeah.
So anything that has a good Dragapult matchup and doesn't lose to Grass, it's kind of already been fleshed out, and there's not a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. The interesting part is that even though all these Grass decks have been really going around, I feel like Zoroark is still being played a decent amount.
So it was a 6% deck going into NAIC.
And I feel like it's still placed, not like the greatest, but there are people playing it that placed with it.
That's a great thing to check out. Let me pull it up right now while you keep talking. But or do you want to pull it up?
I'll pull it up.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I'm really interested for on Sunday is what people bring to the actual invitational. So the nice part is it's a local thing, 30 players. But there's a decent amount of money at stake and a really cool trophy. And the players have worked pretty hard for the past few months to qualify for this. So getting to actually bring a deck and bring your A game to a fun event over the summer, I'm hoping gives people some motivation to bring out like a competitive list.
Yeah, and so I'm looking at it right now. There's a handful that, made day 2.
Okay, so we got 2 top 16.
Yeah, I mean, one being Tor and the other one being Liam Halliburton.
2 pretty good players.
Yeah, 2 pretty good players, and Liam Halliburton's been playing it for like the whole season too.
Dude, and Liam is clearly one of the best players in the game right now.
Yeah. Lucas Zink played it too.
Okay, and then we had a top 32, Celios Network, pretty cool.
Oh, very cool. Celios Network, top 32.
Yeah, that's awesome to see.
Yeah. Oh, where did I go?
Okay, so there were a couple Zoroarks that did well. I think from a win percentage standpoint, it didn't do amazing. And to be honest, I think that's just because, 1, Dragapult's so good it can punish a slow start. And 2, BFA is a real deck.
It really is. Yeah, it is. It's a good deck. And I feel like it just takes it. I feel like why stuff like Absol Box isn't in the format right now.
Yes, agreed.
That would just get farmed by grass decks.
And so that's something interesting, too, because Darkrai is coming out in the next set, but Darkrai is weak to grass.
Yeah.
And that feels very problematic right now, with it being like a 300 HP 3 prizer.
Yeah, definitely.
Because BFA basically just goes boop, and Darkrai dies.
Definitely.
I don't know. It's terrifying, man.
Yeah.
But so as we wait for our next round here, I did want to actually have Rafal here and want to have him check in real quick because Rafal, we got a charity thing coming up, but we also have a GLC thing coming up. So, Brian, you up for letting Rafal chat a bit?
Yeah, definitely. Here, I'll give him the heads up.
Perfect.
Gives me time to get an energy drink.
Wait, Rayquaza's colorless and weak to grass? How does that work?
I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works. It's a flying type. Anyway, but like we said, we have our charity thing July 12th, which ignore all other things we're talking about, prioritize that. But we do also have, Rafal, a GLC 1K coming up.
Yeah, I'm very excited. We're hoping it'll be the biggest GLC event west of whatever river separates us from Full Grip Games.
You could say the Ohio River. I think that's a safe bet.
I guess it's, because not the Mississippi, because
No,
they are the biggest Full Grip, the biggest GLC events on the side of the Mississippi. But
yes,
yeah, we're gonna have a GLC 1K tournament. Same with all of our other 1K cups. If we get over 60-something players, the prize pool will start to go up. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. I think we have a lot of players in our local area who have been, playing the GLC format. We have a lot of players who from Chicago who've driven out to Akron to play in the Full Grip tournament. We have Hector Ibarra who won the whole thing. Tyler Matthews who's top 8'd it. Gage I think top 8'd it. We have a lot of players in our area who really enjoy GLC and not just enjoy but innovated, build new decks. Work on the format and given some of our local players an opportunity to play a non-standard format and have a lot of fun.
Because that's a nice thing is we obviously really don't play this much during the competitive season because all of our big tournaments are cups and trying to give people the chance to earn CP. But we got the summer break, however we may feel about it. So let's do something cool we don't normally do.
Yeah, for better or for worse, our store is very competitive.
I think the term sweaty has been thrown around, which we're trying to not be bad sweaty, just competitive sweaty.
Yes, our store very much enjoys playing going hard,
Yes.
And you see now that it's the off season, we're getting like that Iono deck. I don't think people will be playing it as likely like a month ago. And if it was like the middle of the season with regionals coming up, if I came and said, hey, let's do a GLC Thursday locals instead. I know there are some stores that do it consistently. I think our locals will be like, no, we want standard, which is funny because people get so tired of it. But now that it's the off season, like everyone lets out like a big exhale, and it's like, okay. Not that we weren't having fun before, but let's have fun with Pokemon in a different way.
Let's just mess around a bit.
Yeah, I don't want to say, like, time to have fun again, because, like, personally, I was having a lot of fun playing Dragapult. Maybe I was the only one, but I was having a lot of fun playing Dragapult. But now it's time to have fun playing something that's not for championship points.
Right. And that, I think, is the big thing. Now, we're not playing for CP, but we're still playing for money. And we got a whole lot of money on the line, which is really nice. And so this is going to be very similar to our standard cups. So it's going to be Swiss, followed by Top Cut, and rounds based on number of players. I would love to try to do ASIM or something like that. But we'll have to see, because the one downside is GLC games are longer, and you cannot easily finish best of one in 25 minutes. So these are going to be 40-minute rounds, I believe, right?
Yeah, just like for anyone who's ever played a GLC tournament at a locals or usually at like a regionals, it's typically 40-minute rounds. Just because the GLC format it's all one prizers. There's no rule boxes allowed. So, and it's one of everything. So none of the decks are too turbo-y. You kind of have, well, some of them are turbo-y, but like you don't get like 4 Dracloaks type of thing going on.
Right.
You have your 1 Dracloak. So the format is much slower in terms of what a prize race looks like. So even if you take all 6 prizes, I mean, that's 6 individual prizes, right? You're not
correct.
You're not,
unless you're playing Guzzlord, but
exactly.
That's very rare.
There's a couple. Couple Pokemon that cheat out prizes, can take an extra prize or take multi-prize turns, and decks do their best to build into getting those big swing plays. But yeah, GLC games take a while. It's a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of like positioning your board. A lot of cool comebacks can happen if you kind of knock out your opponent's key big attacker, things like that. So it's a lot of fun, but the games definitely go long. So yeah, it'll be 40-minute rounds, and then probably a longer top cut as well. But in general, I mean, it's just going to be a lot of Pokemon, a lot of fun interactions that I think our casters aren't used to seeing, that a lot of players aren't used to seeing. I think it'll be a nice little test for the judges. I think at regionals, they've told me that,
Bryce, can you throw us back on?
Judges are trying to, like, educate. We'll do the GLC stuff because you get all these, like, weird interactions of, like, it's like the expanded card pool, but then it's, like, cards that were never really meant to, like, work together, stuff like that. Like, all the fun stuff with expanded, that happens of like cards that were never meant to be printed at the same time hitting each other. Like I had one where there's like a wishy-washy where if it has damage on it, going into your turn you can flip a coin, and if it's tails, it goes back into the deck. There's Hex Maniac that turns off abilities until the end of your opponent's turn. Does that ability go off?
Oh.
Well, right? So it's like, and I believe, I forget exactly how the ruling is, but like one of the effects is at the end of the turn, and one of them is between turns. So like one of them. So if it's like, I think Hex is like until the end of your opponent's turn. So your opponent's turn ends, and then it's between turns during which you do the coin flip, right? But I had like a 5-minute judge call once for that. Yeah. They were like, I don't know, like these cards never were printed at the same time. What do we do here? So you get a lot of fun little interactions and kind of taking advantage of the the way the cards work together. Like one of the popular strategies now is TM Blindside.
Yes, with Natu to take extra prize. And so Rafal is going through like the whole list of the shenanigans you're going to see. And I think one of the reasons I like GLC is that there are a ton of cards that did not see the light of competitive play when they were in format because they were around when basic EXs or GXs had 200 HP, or we're seeing 320 HP VMAXs. So the cards were really good in a vacuum, but in the actual format, you couldn't do much. So now, here's a format. There's no one lockout type that stops anything else. You get to actually do some cool stuff. So one thing I want to know, too, because Rafal, you're the one who's done this. We have a bunch of players who have decks built. So if you're like, Dan, I would like to play GLC. I don't have any of those cards. I don't have a deck built. That's okay. We are going to have a bunch of spares. So if you want to come play, you're interested, send me a message, send us a message. We will happily try to match you up with a deck so you can play and have a good time.
Yeah, I'm going to have my deck that I'm playing and then like 4 or 5 spare decks. Most people who are like the GLC guys at their locals usually have a couple. So
yeah,
if anyone's in need of a deck or doesn't know how to play, yeah, reach out. We can set you up something and you can participate in the 1K with everybody else. It should be a good time.
And if you are in Chicago and you do like GLC, we obviously are just doing it for the 1K and every now and then. Good Games in Chicago, they do GLC weekly, and it's a ton of fun. It's a really good group there. TGS, I think, will do GLC, and then Solis tries to do GLC every so often. So if you're interested in playing, there are a bunch of good spots, and obviously, we would love y'all to come out here for that 1K too. But Rafal, I did want to bring you on because we have not had you on since NAIC, correct?
Yes.
So I wanted to give you a little bit of a chance to talk a bit about your season because I'm sure the pain is still there to a degree. But, dude, you had a hell of a season.
Thank you. Yeah. Had a good season. Ended at like 177th North America, which is also like kind of where I placed at NAIC. I finished like somewhere in the 170s NA and then in the 170s NAIC. I started NAIC 8-0-1. I needed to get to 10 wins to get top 64 for my invite, which would have gotten me to 730 points. Didn't happen. It was a really rough day too. It was just
that was a very rough
like a
day
horror
too.
Movie of a day. It was crazy. But my only actual losses at NAIC were to first place, James Kowalski, and third place, Justin Newdorf.
So that's a pretty good list of like opponents to lose to.
Yeah, my resistance was pretty good. Yeah, I played 3 people. I was also Caleb Rogerson's only loss until he lost in cuts. So yeah, I was like, in a vacuum, hard to be mad about like. Without the context of how bad day 2 went, matchups look really good. You know, so that's something to be happy about. But obviously, the situation behind it, I was very frustrated. But it happens. There's always like little things I could have improved on, things I could have done better. I think kind of like that Azul video that got popular with like the pheasantipity thing.
Which I can't report most of the language on there, but yes.
Yeah, where he's talking about people think that you lose a game and you just think like, well, I got stamped. What was I supposed to do? When you didn't think about the ways you could have won, right? And it's like for me, it's like, I mean, there are like 2 or 3 games throughout the whole season that I'm just like, oh my God, like little misplays that completely changed everything. Because for some of the regionals, it's like, I mean, I ended up 650 points. Like a win at NAIC would have pushed me, closer to 700.
Yeah.
I think at Vegas, I bubbled out of, I lost my win in for cut and then bubbled out of top 32. But that would have been a lot more points. Like little things like that in LA. Like I had a really bad misplay my last round that pushed me out of top 32. So like it's little things like that where it's like, you can't let it like eat away at you because it's like, what am I going to do about it now, right? But it's things where it's like, I could easily look at this season and be like, I did really well. But I got so unlucky, and I bubbled out of this and that, and it's like, I've been my fair share of salty about the bubbling, but then it's like, but then there's also losses that I made little misplays or this or that, or mistakes that I did, or not knowing my matchups, and that could have pushed me up in points that I didn't.
And I'll let you get to your round because round 4 is up. But Rafal, you are talking exactly about what Brian and I were just talking about a round or 2 ago, of being able to watch that, be process focused, and identify what you can do differently. But honestly, I didn't want to make you have to like relive trauma. I just wanted to give you a chance to say like how good of a season you had, even if it was a rough ending.
Yeah,
but
it was a good one.
Good luck in your last round, sir.
Yeah.
All right, so then we are going to get into our last round. Wait, is it our last round?
Yeah.
Yeah, our last round here. So round 4. And we have what I hope is going to be a good game here because we've had some weird ones. But who do you have here, Bryce?
We made the decision.
We did?
We bought it.
Oh, all right.
We bought it.
Wait, how much is that guy going for?
It was like 190, and I had like 90 something in credit.
Okay.
And then
Brian is high rolling over here, as you can see.
And I had this. So in fighting games, it's like a lot of people play on like a traditional like arcade stick.
Yeah.
But a lot of these all button controllers have been getting really popular, and I have a couple of them. And I know Trevor's been wanting to try one, so I sold him one of my older ones. And
oh, well, there you go.
The cost of it. So I was like, it's kind of like I'm getting it for free.
Brian, I think that is what they call girl math.
It is girl math.
That is 100% girl math.
1,000% girl math.
Listen,
I will not disagree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, girl math is a brilliant thing when it involves Pokemon cards.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so Brian, do we know what our next round is?
No, don't. But
Baltimore versus Nicholas. Nicholas is on Starmie.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
So Poldemore versus Starmie Frostlass, I think.
Yeah.
If isn't Nick Weber? Yeah, versus Starmie Frostlass, which that is a very interesting matchup. I am excited for that.
For him too.
Shrugs, yes, girl math.
Yeah.
100%. All right, so then you can even just throw up their setup if you were good with that. So we can throw up their setup here, and yeah, we're going to see Poltmore, which honestly is a really good deck, obviously, but Mega Starmie is legit.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is.
It did not perform well at NAIC, but I do think this is a good deck.
Yeah, the other events that it was played at, like especially right after rotation, it actually did pretty well. So there's definitely some merit to it, especially into Dragapult, because the Snipe can definitely be very relevant, especially with the fact that Mega Starmie is a stage 1, so you can definitely get those attacks off a lot quicker, which is definitely something that you have to kind of think about. And the Shaman is definitely like a lot more relevant in this matchup as well.
Agreed. Rajan, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And Chromagon, I think you're exactly correct. This is either a 2-turn matchup or this is like an 8-turn matchup. Like, it is a bit of a grind.
It definitely can be. Yeah.
Rajan, we're doing great, man.
Yeah.
I am exhausted, but Brian, I'm sure you're feeling great.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Definitely feeling good right now. Glad to be here. So, yeah, we're excited that we have one more game here to showcase to everybody as well.
And so, well, the reason I'm exhausted, I mentioned, is Baby is teething. And Baby has some molars in. And I think Baby's current molars are coming in between his other molars, and he is not enjoying that experience, which means neither are we. But, Rajan, that is a long day of a 12-hour day. Holy. I'm glad you're joining us
working
here.
the 12s, it definitely gets to you after a while.
Shrugs, I had my 6 p.m. coffee here, so don't you worry.
I know.
I was going to be ready to go.
Having my 8:30 energy drink. So, yeah.
Exactly. All right. And so looking at this hand, that is a great start for Nicholas.
Yeah.
And that is it's a great start for Nick. And that is a horrible start for Michael. Holy.
Yeah, whole weekend off is pretty nice.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Ration. Well, and Ration, if you're bored on Sunday, come watch the Invitational.
Yeah,
It'd be awesome to have you here.
Event on Sunday.
All right, so then, Brian, get us into this turn. So what does Nick want to do to start off this turn?
So hopefully we get a few more Star U's going here. So we want an extra Star U and some Snow Runs. The Snow Runs are going to be good. What time is our Invitational? Rajan's asking. Is it 11?
So our Invitational starts at 11 a.m. Central.
Okay.
So we will ideally be on here before then, but let's be realistic, people. We'll probably be starting the stream at like 11:05.
Yeah.
On the bright side, it's a smaller crowd, so it's going to be a little bit easier to move things efficiently.
Yeah, definitely. And if you hit the post notification bell, you'll be alerted to when we go live.
Well, that's a good thing to note. As we are getting our Snow Runs out, just so everyone knows, we love doing this. We're here every Thursday. We're going to be here 4 Sundays in the next like 6 or 7 weeks, which is awesome. And you'll either be me or Brian or Elias or Junior or somebody, but we're going to have good Pokemon stuff for you.
Yeah, definitely. And also shout out to Junior and not Junior. Was it Elias and Senior?
Elias and Senior. Yeah. They did a great job last week.
Yeah, they did. I was like kind of tuned out of it, but then I like peeked into the stream and I saw the two of them were doing it, so I was like super surprised, and they did great.
Yeah. Rajan, we are in Buffalo Grove, Illinois, so like about 30 minutes northwest of Chicago, in the Chicago burbs, which it's kind of a nice spot.
Yeah, definitely is. Yeah.
All right, so back to the game. Nick gets the 2 Snow Runs down, has the Starmie down. So here's my question. Does he use one of those Ultra Balls?
I don't think we need to yet.
So I disagree. I think we actually needed to very badly.
Okay.
Bryce is nodding along slightly with me because there is a non-0% chance that Michael gets a Buddy down.
Buddy, yeah.
Yes. Yes, I'm sorry. Reading Cumbrion's message. Random shuffle, fact, you can cut or shuffle, and if you shuffle your opponent's deck, they are allowed to do a final cut, and that is true.
Yeah.
And I would carefully monitor that with whose deck you are shuffling versus cutting. And Rajan, please, would love to have you out here for NAIC to come hang out. I am hyped.
Oh yeah,
to get more people out here.
Excited for it because I want to see how many people we can fill in the shop the day before, like day one of NAIC.
Oh, that would be sick. Shrugs, dude, I'm glad you got the Mew V. Dude, they got good cards.
Yeah.
I don't get paid by them. Well, I do a little bit, but like I don't work for them. I'm just on the team, but it's a good spot. And here is the consequence.
Yep, there's the consequence.
So, what does this mean for Nick?
It means that we're going to be in top deck mode for the next few turns here.
Correct.
But does that water gun only do 20 damage?
It only does 20 damage. That is quite rough. Also, getting a 10 damage boop on a 70 HP Pokemon is kind of a big deal.
Especially with like no monkeys or anything like that.
So Crumbyon, Shaman has 80 HP, so Michael could have used the Pokepad for it, but with Budu, Meowth, Duskull, it would have led to only 2 Dreepy on the board, and I think that's kind of risky at this point.
The Meowth start is rough.
It is. Now, Michael is going to be able to item lock, which is a big deal, but this is kind of brutal anyway.
Yeah. Looks like we're just going to go straight with the Buddy. Oh,
That
we would have had the attack here.
I know. And so that is the issue with not using that Ultra Ball early, because it would be really important to be able to get an attack with Starmie right now.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, aside from just slapping the energy down, I don't think there's anything Nick does here, right?
I think we just water gun here.
Yeah, I think you just water gun for 20.
Yeah.
So that's rough.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see how we're able to further this turn. We got 2 Pokepads, which is really nice here. So we're going to get the double Jerkloak turn, which is nice, as long as all the Jerkloaks are there.
And even if at least 2 are there, we're going to be golden.
Yeah, I would like to see the second one come out before we do shuffle the deck, though.
Well, it depends how many are in there. Because if there are 2 additional in there, I would probably want to see Michael use the Recon Directive first. But if there's only 1, I agree. Burn the other Pokepad.
Yeah, burn the other one, I would think. There's only 1 extra one that I see in there.
The other caveat could be if Michael wants to try to hit a Dusclops.
Yeah.
Because there is a Dust Noir in hand, but not a Clops.
Let's see it.
Red card and Judge. So Nick is praying that Michael decides to judge here.
Yeah, definitely is.
And I am praying that Michael does not judge here, because there is no good coming from that.
Yeah, let's just play that Pokepad, get that second Jerkloak going, and then hopefully we can just start getting some energy in play and then keep the item lock going.
And I think that's the big thing. If Michael's able to...
Oh, okay. Oh, I like how we came to the realization like at the same time.
Yes.
Are we going for the Clops item lock play here?
Does Michael have an energy attachment on Dreepy?
I mean, we have Crispin.
Yeah, there is Crispin.
Yeah, we have Crispin.
And Michael can use Crispin. Ooh, this is interesting. So Michael able to move the damage off of that Monkey Dory.
Or off the Budu with the Monkey Dory.
Oh, that's what I mean. Thank you. Off the Budu with Monkey Dory to set up another snow run. So Michael's an energy boss away from just closing out the game next turn.
Yeah.
This is sick.
Yeah, I actually like this play. I like this play a lot. We got to see the thing go.
Bryce,
first.
can you yell at them to use the dice again? And so Michael moving the 2 damage counters to the snow run.
Yep. And then he just needs to take the 2 off of his own Budu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and so there is a bear. But Nick is just scooping it up.
Yeah.
Bryce, can you go to the next game?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nick scoops it up. And Brian, this is where we talk about sequencing and game planning all the time.
Yeah.
If Nick plays that Ultra Ball, it is a whole different game.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back with Iono's Kilowatt Roll versus Steven's Meta. Wait.
No, this is just, I think,
this is just Metagross.
Metagross? Is this like
Yeah, this is the single prize Metagross deck.
Oh.
Yeah, so Martin has the classic Amsterdam style of felt hat Pikachu.
Yeah.
But Brian, so what is this Metagross deck? Oh, Mo, thank you for joining us.
Mo!
Invitational starts at 11. Round 1 is at 11. So please be there with deck list by like 10:30 or so we can get everything going on time.
Wait, Mo, are you playing? Did Mo qualify for the invitational?
Mo qualified. He got top 4 at a cup.
That's amazing. I love it. Love
Yes.
it. Love it.
Actually, I think Mo won the first cup. That's how he qualified.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so then how is Alex setting up this turn?
Well, hopefully we have the Voltorb this time around. But looks like, we actually can take advantage of a lot more of these cool pieces now that we have EXs as well. 210 EX Snipe is actually very relevant in this matchup.
That is a huge deal because there is a Pheasantipity just hanging out down there.
Yeah.
All right, so on Martin's end, what's the play here? Yeah, exactly, Mo.
Yeah.
Festival lead.
Oh, nice. What were you asking?
So what is Martin doing here?
Yeah, so we're getting those Matangs. Are those the Metal Maker ones?
They are.
Yeah, to load up the energy on the board. And then that single prize Metagross, I know has like one attack that does like a lot of damage on it.
Yeah, so it has Meteor Mash, which does 150, and you can discard 3 metal energy to do 300.
Yeah.
And that's really good math for this Iono's Bellibolt.
Definitely.
And then that Metang, now with the extra energy down, can retreat because it evolved. And, I mean, Martin's in a pretty good spot here.
Yeah, and it uses a lot of energy retrievals to put those energies. Is energy recycler.
Yes.
Recycler to put them back in the deck.
Because that's a big thing. Martin does want them back in the deck. And please go into Genesect. Oh! What do you think about this decision?
Wait, are we able to retreat?
Yes, because he evolved.
Oh, he evolved. Okay.
And so Martin retreating off, I think going to play one of those energy recyclers.
Yeah. Oh, and then we can Metal Maker to hopefully go for a Cruel Arrow here.
Yes. Which, now this Pheasantipity can get knocked out by Iono's Bellibolt, but this is still pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
Because also, you could knock out Zeraora. You could knock out a Wattrel. You could knock out a Tadbulb. I think any of those are good.
Kind of like the idea of knocking out like the Wattrel. Just because it takes away some draw, but I wouldn't be mad if we decided to go for like the Tadbulb or the Zeraora.
I actually really like the Wattrel as well.
Yeah.
I think that's a great one to target down.
Yeah.
All right, so we see Metal Maker number 2. Really just need a single energy.
Oh, we did not.
That's not great.
Do we have another one to use?
There is a third Metal Maker available.
Yeah.
And we just need a single energy.
Oh,
we got there.
Got it, of course.
The dramatic lead up for Martin too. And so then, Brian, what does Martin pick?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I want to see the Wattrel. I think we were both kind of agreeing on the Wattrel. It's like what we think is the optimal pick. But it looks like we're going to go with the Tadbulb to prevent any further attachments. Do we have a Bellibolt in play already?
There is a Bellibolt in play.
That's the one that's probably covered with the glare.
So I don't mind that. The only thing that I was thinking is if you are okay leaning in to taking a couple big 2-prize knockouts, then the going after the kill the Wattrel is probably the right move.
Yeah, definitely.
Bryce, we're doing the buzzing thing again.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, because I have no idea what's going on. But now on Alex's end, Alex is able to get the Tadbulb back down, manually or attach with the Bellibolt's ability, and then draw to get 6 clean hearts in hand. That's so good.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what we're drawing. We're just going to get a fresh 6 here.
And that's a lot of energy to work with.
Yeah, definitely. So we have a lot of energy. And it looks like we're going to be taking a knockout no matter what here. It's just it's a matter of what we're using. And it looks like it might be the Zeraora.
So here's the tricky thing. Zeraora only hits the bench.
Oh, okay. So it looks like we might go with the Bellibolt then.
And so this is actually very interesting for Martin.
The other thing to kind of think about, too, is that the Stunkfish has 2 retreat costs.
It does. So it requires a manual attachment to get it out of the active.
I mean, granted, we can always fail this Ultra Ball, and we can always draw another 6 cards.
And I mean, Alex could always just ends plan to it as well.
Yeah. Looks like we're going to get another Bellibolt here.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
It sets up for a follow-up on the Tadbulb. But I don't know what Alex's long-term plan is here.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I want to say that we have 4 prizes on the board here between the Fez and the Genesect. But Other than that, it's kind of hard to tell what we want. What else we want? Oh.
Ooh. Well, Mo, we were talking about that. Yeah. I am casting Sunday. Brian forgot that it was this Sunday and is working on his work schedule.
Yeah, working on it.
But we will have some lovely people here chatting no matter what.
I hope so, because, Mo, I haven't seen you in forever. So.
I know. I'm excited to see Mo.
Yeah,
I miss Mo.
I know.
Alex missed an energy.
Yeah.
That is... Oh, Alex has Lavencia, though, so no stress. No stress. We still had the stadium. But still... I don't know what Alex wants to go after here.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to think about now. It's like I'm wondering. It's like we're thinning all these cards and all this stuff, but I like want to know what we're trying to grab here.
I actually like this Lilies. Now, I'll be straight with you. I don't love that Alex got rid of an Ends plan early, but I do think Lilies for 8 to set up is just really strong.
Always is. Yeah, it always is. I mean, being able to set up for 8 and then you have your setup of what you want to do. Of like what attack you're going to use and all that stuff. The 8 cards just really help get you set up for the next turn.
It does. And now, obviously, that's too many cards to still draw with Kill a Watchful after.
Yeah.
But who cares? You have 8 cards in your hand. You're probably going to be all right.
Definitely. And we plus. Yep. All right. Cool.
All right.
Plus, we have the Lavencia anyways, so we can get the extra 2 lightnings. Retreat. Attach.
And Alex does use a Lavencia, get the 2 lightning energy back. Also, with an air balloon in hand, didn't even really need to retreat.
Yeah, but I feel like we want that air balloon to use as like a...
Like a belly bolt pivot?
Yeah, that's what I was about to... like a belly bolt pivot. So, looks like we are going to be attacking with the Iona's belly bolt, and we're going to be taking 2 prizes off of this Pheasantipity.
And that is honestly fantastic math to knock out that Pheasantipity. 230 damage. While Alex could have sniped it from the bench with Zero Aura, that would have been a whole lot of work just to move it to the bench.
Yeah.
So now one issue is that Genesect, if Martin attacks with it, does tank damage.
Yeah.
And so it would have effectively 250 health that Alex would need to get through, which means Iona's Bella Bolts would not get through it. But my guess is Martin is saying, I don't need to attack with Genesect. I can just murder this with Metagross.
Definitely.
And to be fair, that is true.
Yeah. See an attachment here onto this active Metang here. And we do have 3 Metal Makers to work with to load this up with energies so far.
And so this is a really, really good sequencing question because Martin had used 3 Metal Makers at the end of his turn. And so if he knows how much energy is in deck, he can tell you whether or not it's a better decision to Metal Maker first or if he needs to use double Energy Recycler or something similar.
Yeah, definitely. And, after doing that, he made the decision to go with the Petrol first.
Yeah.
So we can manipulate the deck. Plus, he can thin out the deck as well. So he did thin it out by grabbing that Stadium to bump. And then we're going to start the whole Metal Maker sequence here very, very soon.
Well, and so this is going to be my nerdy out a little bit on sequencing.
Yeah.
He technically did thin a card from the deck. However, the 8 or 9 cards that were on the bottom of his deck after Metal Maker, those are now mixed into the deck.
Yeah.
And so this is actually, well, all right, that's
all
fine.
Right,
okay,
fine.
yeah, we're
okay.
Never punished. But like, it was actually a risk because now he actually decreased the percentage of outs in the top of his deck.
Yeah.
Now, clearly, he does not care because he just hit it.
Yeah, he's just doing everything he needs right now.
He's just like that.
Yeah.
He's built like that.
Yeah.
Is that the terminology?
Yeah, it definitely is.
Well, and so Martin actually did qualify for Invitational, so you will see him playing on Sunday.
Yes.
Maybe playing Metagross.
Maybe.
And you know what? If he draws that many metal off of a couple Metal Makers, he's going to do all right.
I think so, too.
So then, is there anything else Martin wants to do this turn?
I mean, we're going to need that evolution for sure. And looks like we are going to go with our discard 3 here to take the knockout on the Belly Bolt.
And that will be a knockout. This Metagross, 180 HP, can clear a knockout there. Martin going down to 3 prizes remaining. A single 2-prizer on the board. This is actually really good for him.
Yeah, he's definitely kind of prize mapping the right way here and taking the knockouts that he needs. It now puts Alex kind of on the ropes here on how they want to take this next approach for their turn. Because there's definitely a threat here in the active, but at the same time, it's like, what else are we able to do to attack?
And I think this is one of the downsides for Iono's Belly Bolt is Voltorb does give you kind of a sky-high damage ceiling if you get all your lightning energy down. But you're using a 280 HP guy to just barely knock out basic EXs.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of resources to commit when it can be relatively quickly knocked out in response.
Definitely.
And going with the attachment on Stunfisk, what do you think about that?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I feel like it's not going to be the long-term decision here. I think we're going to be looking to use it to retreat very soon. Ooh, looks like we're going to go for the boss play here. Unless are we looking to retreat lock here?
I think retreat lock, but y'all, I don't know if that's a great move because Genesect is a plenty fine attacker here.
Yeah, definitely, especially when you're able to Metal Maker very easily here.
And so the good news is that Alex is setting up this Genesect to take more damage the next turn. However, all Martin has to do is Metal Maker 2 energy and attach 1, and he's going to go down to 2 prizes remaining.
Yeah, and I mean, he's going to be pretty much set up to take out whichever Belly Bolt he wants.
And so Genesect will search the deck, also pulling out 2 Pokemon, but again on sequencing, shoving all those non-metal cards back into the top of the deck. And so I gotta imagine Martin follows this up with a Recycler, right?
Recycler, yeah, there's the Recycler. So we're going to put 5 more energies. Is that 5?
That is 5.
Yeah, 5
Which
back
is
into the deck.
That's pretty good.
It is good, yeah, because, I mean, even though he is manipulating the deck, he's adding more energy in his favor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so now one sequencing thing, too, as we're looking at this, Martin attached a metal energy from hand to Genesect.
Yeah.
You have a lot of decisions to make first before you commit that attachment. Now, granted, does it probably need to go there anyway? Sure. But these are the small things that, kind of like Rafal was talking about, can add up.
Definitely.
So is there anything else you want to see Martin do before we Metal Maker?
I think we kind of did a little bit of everything already. We did all the right manipulations, and it clearly paid off because, I mean, we have all these energies going on to the Genesect here.
Agreed. That is pretty good. Ovi, yes, that is the belly deck. It is Iono's Belly Bolt. And getting 2 more energy down onto Metagross, now Martin's a single attachment away from one-shotting anything on Alex's board.
Yeah, and I kind of like this idea of, like, you know, setting up this next attacker here.
Yeah.
Because now we're going to have pretty much the 4 energy that we need in order to take the big knockout.
So Martin will be 1 energy and 1 boss away from just closing out this game.
Yeah. Looks like we're contemplating playing something here. The boss. Oh, interesting.
That is interesting. Why do you... to get rid of a Kilowatt Roll?
Okay. Take out some draw.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so what do you think about that decision?
I don't know. Because now we're trying to rely on boss to finish the game here.
Yes.
I mean, if he has plenty of boss in the deck or has one in hand, cool. I mean, kind of prove me wrong here, but I feel like if we had it in hand and we just take out whatever's in the active, we can always use the boss to close out the game.
100%.
Yeah.
I completely agree. And Brian, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah.
We are doing well. I hope you're doing well,
you're
too.
Doing well as well.
And so Alex is going to be able, I think, to pretty easily knock out this Genesect. But Brian, you're completely right.
Yeah.
You are reliant on a Gust to win the game this turn.
Yeah.
You just used one of your limited resources.
I mean, he has Meowth in hand, so
Listen, it's probably fine.
yeah, it probably is. But it's the concept.
And also, maybe Alex chooses this turn to judge.
Yeah.
Like, maybe there's limited disruption in deck, and Alex uses it right now, and all of a sudden, you have halved your outs to close out this game because you took a, maybe not the most consequential.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Brian, I'm so sorry. That is horrible. Pupper's got ahead of the cards.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Has that happened to you ever, Brian?
Not yet. I'm hoping it doesn't happen, though.
My dog is very aware that the cards are off limits, but my baby now loves the cards, and so we got some attrition rate with those. All right, so then what else does Alex do to try to close out this game?
I mean, it's kind of hard because, I mean, we have some threats to worry about. I mean, we have the Genesect here, which is more than capable of being an attacker, as well as we have the, you know, this Metagross on the bench that can knock out anything as well. So we have a little bit of cleanup duty to worry about. It's just tough, like prioritizing which one to take out.
And so, which one would you take out if you had the option?
It's tough. I would probably take the Metagross.
So why is that? Because I agree completely.
Yeah, because the Metagross has the potential to close out the game on anything on the board, but the Genesect kind of falls a little short. So as long as you're able to kind of live another turn, even though it only gives you one prize and it pretty much adds an extra turn for you to win the game, at least it takes out all that energy in play as well as the main attacker.
And I think that's the big thing. At a certain point, it starts really straining Martin's resources because he is going to have to find another Metagross or another boss after taking a knockout with Genesect.
Yeah, but it looks like we're attacking Metagross or Genesect because we did not play boss.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
And so, Voltorb does 20 plus 20 for every energy, plus the Stunfisk does say the opposing opponent's Pokemon takes, I think, 90 more damage going into the next turn. So we are pretty close to a knockout. I think need 1 or 2 more energy.
We have 2 energy in hand here.
And there you go. We do hit it. So let me actually read that Stunfisk real quick. But Brian, where does Alex need to put these energy?
I feel like we put them on the Belly Bolt just because once this Voltorb gets knocked out, we're going to need to find a way to attack the next turn. And it seems like the Belly Bolt seems to be the best attacker that we can work with here.
Yes, so does 30, and during your next turn, defending Pokemon takes 100 more damage.
Yeah.
So 100, we're at 80, 180. We are very close because Genesect does reduce damage by 30.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. We're going to play Night Stretcher. We're going to get a Wattrel back here. We're going to get those 2 energies. We're going to put 1 on the Kilowattrel. And I feel like we got to put 1 on the Belly Bolt.
And so now 120, 220, that will be the knockout, and that's perfect math to knock out the Genesect.
Yeah.
Alex goes to 2 prizes remaining.
Yeah.
Does Martin have it?
I mean, if we have the boss in the deck, we for sure should. I mean, we have 2 Metal Makers to work with. You know, we have all these other resources that we can probably burn through as well. Let's see.
Let's see if
I think we have boss in hand.
I think we already have boss in hand. And Alex, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I always love being at the Nerd Rage stream. It's a good time.
Yeah, it definitely is. Oh, we got energy.
And then we've got boss's orders. And that is going to close out the game for Metagross. Martin goes to 3-1. Dude, this is a cool deck.
It is a cool deck. Yeah, it definitely is. Both of them have very cool decks, and it's cool that we got to watch both of them play it. Not as much Dragapult today, which is, I honestly think is a good thing. We got a little bit more variety on our stream here, but yeah.
To be fair, I think the percentage of Dragapult played in Shenanigans season is going to be quite low. But once we get to Worlds Prep or Prep where there's like major prizing online, I think we're going to see a whole lot more Dragapult because it's hard to not play the best deck.
Yeah, it's hard not to, but yeah, it's been an interesting night of games, and I feel like we had some good mix of you know, stuff to look back on.
So I'm gonna just say, number one, I appreciate all you tuning in, and I appreciate you all hanging out with us because I will be straight with you. This is probably the worst slate of games we have ever had in like years of doing this.
I feel like we've seen some crazy stuff.
Okay, so that's fair. We've seen some standalone crazy, but this across the board was not ideal. But that's okay. Listen, it's why you do locals because there's some fun stuff, there's some cool stuff, there's some great stuff to learn from, and then sometimes you go, why did any of that just happen in front of me? And Alex, charity stream. Bryce, can you throw up the charity stream one more time? Because that is the biggest thing I want y'all to take away. July 12th, 11 a.m. Central, we will be hosting a charity tournament to support the Ronald McDonald House Charities. So we will be live on Twitch and YouTube the whole time, but this tournament is open to any and everyone. We would love you to all come out and play, and you do not have to pay Nerd Rage a single cent. All you have to do is show your minimum $20 donation to the Ronald McDonald House Charities, and you can come in and play. And oh boy, are we going to have some great prizing too. Brian, what else would you like to add?
I mean, it goes to a good cause, and it's great that we got.
Crustle loses. That's what matters. Sorry, keep going.
And it goes to a good cause, and it's fun that we get to get our community involved in this as well, as it's something for them to play towards.
Absolutely. So we are going to have a booster box for prizing. We're going to have ETBs. We're going to have some beautiful secret rare cards. We have, and Alex was asking about this, we do have the summer playmats as part of our prizing for this, and we got a boatload of championship playmats to give out to top 8. So it's going to be some great stuff. So we would love you all to come out for the tournament in July. And if you can't come out here for it, we would still love you to donate, because we're going to have a bunch of great giveaways on the stream for anyone watching, tuning in, and donating. So Brian, any last thoughts before we get out of here today?
No, just want to say thanks for everybody to always that always are coming by and watching us on the regular, always chatting with us, and all of that.
Yeah. And so if you can, we would love for you to share what's going on with the charity tournament with anyone who you think would be interested in donating it. But we will see you all here back in 3 days on Sunday for the Nerd Rage Invitational. So thank you all for joining, and we will see you here soon on Sunday. Looking forward to it.